We are live.
Oh,
Look at
we
us.
are okay. We are live. Welcome in, welcome in. I didn't know if we were doing the regular intro, but I will say welcome to the Johnny Delt Football Academy podcast on the channel that's trying to answer the
This
whys and
isn't a
hows.
podcast, Adam. We are on a watch party
Well, okay,
tonight.
this is a watch
I am
party, but
totally throwing him off, people.
yeah, but
This
I'll
is so
explain
different.
what the channel is here for is usually to go
Okay.
through the whys and hows of the game. And so if there's anyone new to the channel, as we see Jim Cushman, Ryan Schmidt, Marco C, Glass City, the usual suspects are here. They are not new to the channel. CJ Gray is not new to the channel. However, there may be some as we are boosting the algorithm. Go ahead and boost the algorithm, guys. Hashtag JD49. But make sure you are sharing the channel to your fellow Niner friends and family. This channel talks through the whys and hows of the game by dissecting game film to discuss why the X's zig and the O's zag. I am Adam Marino. Normally, our podcast is twice a week after a game and before a game to discuss whys and hows of what's going to shake down. And Johnny posts videos throughout the week regarding those X's and O's and throws them on the game film, the all 22. Very cool, very cool. We have been at this over a year now. And so, for the first time ever, we are doing a watch party. And so, the first thing that I want to get into is maybe discuss what we saw so far before we get into the Niners. It looks like Tampa Bay has clinched their spot. It looks like Detroit has a chance to become the number 2 seed if both the NFC East teams, the NFC least teams, Cowboys and Eagles, if they both lose, then your Detroit Lions will be the number 2 seed in the playoffs, which is just nuts to say that out loud. I'm going to say it out loud one more time. Your Detroit Lions would be the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs, which is just bonkers.
Hey,
Um,
let me check my mic real quick.
oh,
Jim
yeah, it
says
is.
my mic is a little wonky.
Yep.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's like you're in a cave a little bit. What up, axes and elbows? Hey, we're gonna have some fun. This we decided to kind of do this because people have said, "Man, what is it like to see for Johnny during a game?" And out of all the games that we would want to take a look at, it would be one in which that if we lose 50-0, our attitude about life is not going to change. And how many times can you say that? That if the 49ers lose 50-0, our attitude would be ho hum about it. So there's no pressure today. It's going to be some fun. So we're going to talk through what are some of
All
the
right.
keys
I'm gonna
that
check the
you
mic
guys are
real
looking at?
quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that better?
No, not really.
All right. I'm
Which
gonna disappear for a minute.
406 okay, 406 to Rice says let's get the division sweep. I will say what's super cool is how many NFL teams, I wonder if Dr. Steve Brule would know this. As Johnny is checking his mic again. Here's a question for the chat and Dr. Steve Brule. How many NFL teams has been able to sweep their division 2 years in a row? I gotta feel like it's less than 10 teams in NFL history that have done this, right? All right, check, check. Johnny's back.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, that is like a million percent better.
Okay. Sometimes you just gotta, if anybody's ever seen the old BBC show, uh, the IT crowd or the IT crowd, sometimes you just gotta turn it off and on again.
Yep, all good. So now, oh, Johnny, do you want to talk about our streaming situation? Maybe different than others.
Yeah. So, we're gonna be probably on a little bit of a delay. One, there's a broadcast delay through the stream. We're usually about 6 to 7 seconds. What you are seeing is coming across 6 to 7 seconds after we actually say it. It's that whole delay thing. 2, we are streaming things on our devices here as we're set up at our studios, and so that means that we may be also receiving the stream on a slightly different delay. And so, what we're going to do is we will give some timestamps if you have the ability to pause your stream and start it up again with us. With that, what we'll do is we'll give some timestamps so everybody knows exactly where we are. So we're not sitting here reacting to some plays and everyone's going, "What are you guys talking about?" So,
Right.
yeah, we're going to do that and have that ready to, or we'll talk about that during the stream and give updated timestamps, especially if people jump in as we go. I'm excited for this. I've never done anything like this. I don't have my nachos with me. Normally, that's a tradition in the Dell household. I haven't been as on it this season, mainly because it hasn't been as stressful of a season. I'm the one to blame for our 4 losses. I haven't been on the game day nachos. My wife loves them, but usually because of the game day nachos, my wife and I put on like 3 or 4 pounds during the NFL season, and we haven't been doing that as much. But I am here. I've got some popcorn that's ready for after halftime. I'm gonna run and make that popcorn. It's some good Mr. Orville, his popcorn there. I got some Cheetos here off the side. I got some cold beverage. We're good to go. So I'm excited about this. I've never done a live stream while we're watching a game. I'm gonna be super relaxed on this because this is like watching a preseason game. It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. We were talking about, out of all the times to do this, it just makes sense to do it where it's at a point where, again, if we lose 50-0, it's just simply not going to matter. So we are excited to be able to do this with you guys and hang out a little bit. Man, how cool would it be if one of us, Johnny, were billionaires, where we could just rent out a place in, I don't know, what's like the most central, probably like St. Louis, the most central spot in America, and then just invite, CJ, Technic Chick, Mike Kolkman, Jim Cushman, Dr. Steve. Hey, we're all meeting in St. Louis. We all got you plane tickets. We're all going to hang and watch the game. Like, can we get on that? Can one of us just be a billionaire? That'd be sweet.
Look, if anybody knows Elon Musk, just tell him, I
Just
know
get
he
him on the
wants to
phone.
have, like, we can't have a watch party on Mars yet, but, maybe
There you go.
Nebraska is the next closest thing. So let's make it happen.
Yeah, make it
That
happen.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, the headquarters of X are there in San Francisco, right? So let's make it happen. I think that's what it needs to be. CJ's got a good thing here. He says, "Let's go Fields versus Love." Hey, thing to watch.
Hey,
Justin Fields only needs 1,500 yards to be the first Bears quarterback to ever throw for 4,000 yards. So, we'll be all on our
crazy.
toes for that one,
Hey,
holding tight. See if he can make that happen.
so real quick, I'm looking at my tablet here, Johnny. I'd like to connect with you. They are just introducing Mark Schlereth and Adam Amin. Where on your stream? What do you got?
I haven't pulled it up yet because I was distracted by the stream here.
Well, don't be
So
distracted. Get the game
I'm
going.
starting it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Because
For
I need
for
to
those that don't
see.
know, living in Alabama, I'm joining live. So hey, I'm there. I'm live with it. I'm seeing they're talking about the NFC playoff picture.
Oh, see,
Um,
you're ahead of me.
I'm ahead of you. Wow,
Well,
look at
there
me.
it says
They're
Mark
showing Sean
Schlereth.
McVay.
No, that I am not on there yet. I will let you know as soon
They're
as I
showing Kyle
am.
Shanahan.
Nope. It's still Adam Amin and Mark Schlereth on my end.
All right. Well, we'll pause it right at kickoff. Oh,
Oh, now it's
they just
showing the
kicked the
early
ball
game
off.
scores. No,
They
they
literally
didn't.
just kicked the ball off. That's what
Ugh,
I saw. So we're gonna have to wait for Adam here, y'all. This
I'm
is
sorry, guys. I got early game scores. They're showing the scores here. Now the NFC playoff picture. Yeah, my stream is obviously off a little bit.
it's gonna pop to the kickoff here real quick. Once you see Sean McVay, let us know.
Okay.
We'll be tied up with you.
NFC
And
playoff
that's the thing.
picture.
Sometimes when you're
Okay, McVay.
Oh,
7th
okay.
season as
We're getting there. We're
Rams
coming.
coach.
It's about to happen.
69-45 record. Screw that. Kyle Shanahan, 64-50.
Oh, they're
That
about
was
to kick it
on him.
off. They're about to kick it off.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh,
As soon as they
kickoff.
kick it off.
You weren't
Okay, there we go.
lying. Kickoff.
I told you
SAP
it was going to be
available.
fast.
Yes, SAP available.
All right,
Love it.
touchback.
Okay, I
Touchback.
will say, I don't like us getting the ball first. I just don't. I want us
Well,
to
we didn't listen to it. Those of you who had the volume on, did we elect to do that, or I'm assuming that
Yeah, see, we don't have the
Sean
volume.
McVay deferred.
I have no idea what Christina Pink is saying, although she looks lovely.
Oh, easy there, Adam. Oh, there's Mr. Stafford himself.
Good to see him in street clothes.
Oh, there's the proctologist. It literally looks like two nerds standing there, and then George Kittle. All right, little motion where they're playing zone. Sam, little stick route to Debo.
Okay, Debo can
like it
sit down
against
now.
Witherspoon.
Debo, why don't you just go ahead and sit down and be done? Let's see who's starting. Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jank Brendel.
Problem is the receiving core is pretty thin, man. Like, if
Yeah.
you sit him down, who's going to have to make up all these reps? Are you trying to put Raven McLeod in there for 60 reps a game? Hey,
Well,
Trent
for
Williams
this
is out there.
game-
Look at that.
Oh, geez. I didn't think that was going to happen.
All right, little twins formation, little Tony concept. Oh,
Charlie
run,
Warner
Sam.
was open. Oh, what
and
do you
he
know?
hits him.
What do you know? It's like I knew. I said he was open from the 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, that looked like possible Tony plus arches. He was reading to the Tony concept. So Debo Samuel's protection release fade, little Tony route, which is a 6-yard out route that'll sit down between zone. That's where Sam was looking first. That's his first read on the play, and by the time he moved off of it, it looked like there was pressure already there.
So we got a first down.
All right. Let's go with Mitchell. Oh, who was supposed to pick up 53? Somebody was supposed to be on that.
See, I love this. This in real time, we're getting the Johnny, feedback. He's already.
As Ernest Jones, yeah. Well, it's Ernest Jones. Ernest Jones is a good player. Now, here's the thing: Byron Young. They just showed one of their starters. He was one of my guys early on from the Senior Bowl. I was kind of hoping that we would draft him just because I felt like he's a guy. I don't think he's gonna take off like a rocket as far as improve beyond this year. I think he's already met his potential pretty well, but he was a guy I would have liked to see his pick up. But I think he got snagged in the 3rd round, and we went and got Cameron Law too. Nice hard running by Mitchell.
Even to get a little positive yardage here.
I'm gonna set up a third and manageable.
What do you like here, Johnny? 3rd and 4. What do you like?
I like a little spacing concept. They're playing zone. I like to see us run a little curl on the outside with kind of actually inside around just outside that or inside the numbers, and then a flat route. Doesn't well. Okay, so we're motioning Usyk out. They're playing zone. We see that with the corner on him.
Yep.
And they're backing out.
Debo was open. Okay.
Hey, got Ayuk on the little comeback. He looked like he was running a chains route, maybe.
That dude's helmet comes off more than any other player in the NFL, I feel like.
So they were showing zone.
The all 22.
And then they actually played man. They matched that up in man. So that's a good disguise by them.
And I will say, yeah, it got me. Debo was not open. From the other camera angle, it looked like it, but he was not.
Sam Darnold, couple nice plays. Something we would like to see. Little
oh, here we go.
Little split zone. We like to run that against the Rams with their defensive line. They play so aggressive. We like to run some split zone against them, get them flowing too hard one way, and that's going to be something. Watch for some play action off of that later. That's looked like the linebackers attacked pretty far downhill. I think that's probably what Kyle Shanahan's making a note about right there. Is we need to come back to a little play action off of that. You're going to see sees hit somebody, because the personnel might be, I don't know. It's gonna be somebody there.
Okay.
Wow, fake the camera guy out. Not
All
sure what
right.
was up with that. Looks like the camera crew is also the B roll or B squad here.
Speaking of B squad, we have the A squad today for you as myself and Johnny are here with you. Remember to like and subscribe, share the channel with your friends as we normally have the podcasts and Johnny has the breakdown of film as we have
So
first
my
and 10.
s- so my timestamp right now is 10, 23, 22,
22,
21,
21.
20.
Same. Exactly the
Yeah,
same.
all right, we're on it.
Gotta have it.
A little reverse here to Debo.
Okay.
Nice breaking tackles, running through arm tackles. Love it.
And yes, Big Papa, most of you will be ahead of us as we are on not only the stream that we are streaming on our devices. It not only that is behind, but obviously the YouTube is we are a little bit off. So that's why we want to give you every once in a while. We're going to give you timestamps. Yes, you're at 8:30. We're at 9:43.
9, yeah.
So just so um, we're not saying everyone has to pause if they don't want to, but if you want to be with us, I get it. Ayuk,
Nice.
wow.
Backside slant to Ayuk. That was a good job by Sam Darnold. You saw the safety rotate down late. They looked like they were showing too high early. Safety rotated down late, and that means you're going to get one-on-one there with Ayuk, and he's just going to do a one-step slant. As an alert, looked like maybe an RPO there. And once he saw the safety come down against the run, pulls it, hits Ayuk. Good job. Great opening drive, 6 minutes, 10 plays so far. I think we're
5
going to
for
run a little
5.
toss. Oh, no, split zone. They love to run split zone with Mitchell. I
Oh,
really thought they were
Trent.
going to.
Every
I think they
time I
should have.
see, every time I see, look, Trent Williams getting up slow. Come on, dude.
Yeah, you're like, all
Killing
right,
me.
pull him. Where's Jalen Moore?
Yeah. Yeah. No one give away the good stuff. Oh, and he's already given us a hint. 7 minutes and 27 seconds is awesome. Okay.
Hey, no
Big,
spoilers in the
big,
chat. No
big
spoilers in the
papa.
chat.
Tardome, what up? We will give another time stab. We are at 8:13, 8:12, 8:11. They just snapped it. Eli Mitchell, to about the 2 or the 1 yard line. That's where we are at, as we are not only behind on YouTube, of course, but Johnny and I streaming on our apps that we're
I have a
using.
feeling we're going to throw an interception at 8 minutes and 27 seconds.
You
I'm setting myself up for that so I can still be
mean
excited
7.
about
You
what
mean
happens.
7:27, you mean?
That's what
No, you said
didn't I
8.
say that? Oh,
No.
well, the same thing.
Luckily, this is recorded and we can go back like the Progressive commercial. We throw the challenge flag. Oh man, you're all good, Big Papa.
They're in zone. So that means be able to widen. Oh, yep.
Touchdown, Eli
There it is. Oh, who
Mitchell.
is that for number 4 for the Rams? He didn't even try. That was terrible effort. I mean, come on. Isn't that Fuller? I believe that's Fuller for the Rams. He's going to be in
So
the top right of your screen
we got
in between the
something
E and
to.
the R.
Yeah, let's see this replay real
Yeah,
quick.
oh, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't even get in there.
okie
Come
doke.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah, it
wanted no
is
part of it.
Fuller.
It was done. So we got something to talk about as they're going to go to commercial. Kick this PAT here.
Wait, the PATs, you can't count. You don't know if these are actually going to be made.
Hey, come
Okay,
on now,
okay.
don't jinx us.
Well, look, the Texans. I'm just saying.
No,
I'm just saying.
and then we
History
have a
from last night says that it's possible.
Carson Wentz
That's what the
coming.
NFL wanted. The NFL wanted that play to be, not so routine. And
Making a business
yeah,
decision,
4 was
Eric
making
says.
business decisions. That was Fuller. He was like, "Look, I ain't getting in there, bro. They can have it. We'll
So
go get one."
here's what I want to talk about. CJ Gray says Kyle is a good coach. He can get decent play out of Darnold for a game or two. However, if Sam stays on the field too long, you'll see why he shouldn't play. And Glass City then responds and says, Sam Darnold has a cannon. He can sling it. So those are, I feel like, two opposing sides. We will have Glass City and CJ Gray on the show, and they will arm wrestle next week. But in the meantime, whose side are you on? Finish your food. It's a commercial break for Johnny too.
Look, we've seen Kyle Shanahan going back to the Matt Schaub days be able to get high production out of quarterbacks. The biggest thing Sam Darnold has to do in this offense, especially with these weapons, is just don't lose the game for you. I hate that term game manager, but really, like, we don't need him to make 10, 12 really high level throws. If he does, we're winning the game by 15 points, 20 points. When you get into the playoffs, this team is good enough that you just don't push yourself out of the game. And that's been one of Sam Darnold's biggest problems over the years, is that the guy, it's like he tries to, I don't know if he's put this on him of, look, I'm the third overall pick, and I'm on a team that doesn't have a lot of weapons and doesn't have a lot of juice and needs some a little more oomph from their quarterback. It's like he tries to play hero ball a lot, and there's sometimes he just locks into things and then gets flustered as the game goes and puts the ball in harm's way. Sam Darnold, as far as arm talent, he's got all the arm talent in the world. The problem with Sam Darnold has been Sam Darnold, and what he does as far as what he's trying to force Sam Darnold to do. Yes, I'm talking about Sam Darnold talking about himself in the third person, but I think if you give him a structure that says, "Here's what we need you to do," and if you don't get a really good look here, just eat it. We'll be all right. We'll run the ball, make the plays that we need you to make. It settles a quarterback down, and you've seen Kyle Shanahan again going back to the Matt Schaub days get good production out of a lot of guys. I mean, he got good production out of Brian Hoyer in Cleveland. So and I'm not that concerned. The biggest problem that Kyle Shanahan will have with quarterbacks is when they start just putting the ball in harm's way all the time. Or he is asking too much of them for what they're capable of doing. CJ Beathard would be a great example. I think Kyle Shanahan was trying to push CJ Beathard to be what Brock Purdy is, and CJ Beathard was just not there and not ready. And but you look at like Nick Mullins. Nick Mullins was able to do a lot of things, but then would get reckless with the football. And so, I think Sam Darnold, again, would I want him starting in the Super Bowl for us? No.
Right.
But I think there's a lot of good qualities. There's a reason why they like him. So
We'll give a another timestamp as the Rams start their
7:20.
first. Yep, 7:19, 18 and counting. That's where we are at. We will give timestamps of the game where we're at because we understand and assume that you guys are not on exactly the same time, but we want to fill you in that way if you are pausing your stream or knowing what's going on. We have a lot of people bouncing in and out of the chat, and so we will be doing that periodically. Looks like
Mooney
they get
Ward
first.
slipped on that one. He was going to
Yeah.
drive on it. That first play, it looked like Javon Kinlaw got pushed back initially and then was a little slow to recover and got caught in the hole. And what I'm going to be watching for in this game, I want to see Kinlaw stay low. Looks like they're coming with some pressure here. They're rolling the safety over, bringing Oliver down. And so
I want
now
to see
Carson Wentz is checking.
Oliver have a good game. Yep, here he
Yeah,
comes.
they tipped that early.
Yeah, they did.
Tipped it early and can't do that. Can't do that. Too much time left on the play clock.
So I got a question for the chat. Do you guys want, because I see Kealoha Oyer, I hope Sam balls out and gets paid somewhere. So here's my question for the chat. Do we want Sam Darnold to go for 400 yards and go 28 for 29 and then have the narrative be or do we just not care because Brock has shown he's Brock? If you're in the chat, I'm curious. And then Johnny, what do you say?
If that happens, some people would be unbearable for the next 2 weeks, just saying. Like,
I know.
I'm hiding from Twitter if that happens.
Because you
A
get
little
it,
run blitz
right?
there. Oh, run blitz. They brought Fred Warner. He got pushed out of the hole. And whose gap was that? If you bring a run blitz, it's not that I don't. It's not that I care about the narrative. It's that it just makes it really hard to. I don't know why I did that. Makes it really hard to bear when you're seeing so much of the stupid conversation because I have a hard time keeping quiet. Oh, Chase Young.
Oh,
And
no.
Javon Kinlaw coming in to clean it up a little bit. Fred in there.
Must be a Homer Simpson because the quarterback just went, no.
Yeah, so they're showing a 3 zone. They're running a look like it may have been like a 2 invert there, or they went to a 2 high. I was watching the right side. I didn't see exactly what happened in the coverage there. That's why I watched the all 22, y'all. Uh, press on the outside with Mooney.
Too many yards.
Somebody got blown off the ball there. Show us who it was. Somebody got pushed back. I didn't like that. That'd be tougher on the defensive line. Sean McVay talking about their increasing offensive production. Yeah, but their defensive production hasn't been that much better. Okay. They're isolating. Now they're not.
Come on, let's get off the field here.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Yes.
Nice job, Oren Burks.
Love it. Bosa.
Looked like they ran just a let's see, it looks like it was a stretch zone here. That was an inside zone. Little duo. Good
Man,
job by Hargrave eating up the double team. And Oren Burks seeing the hole
just
and firing off. That's one thing they have to do against that kind of duo inside block.
going for it here.
Loved it. Wow. McVay. Yeah, I guess. All right.
Come on, let's get a stop.
Oh, tried to go to the stick route. How did that get in there?
I need to see the replay.
They ran a little stick concept.
Gosh.
What? Carson Wentz got away with one. That's
this.
like when you play Madden and it glitches through a guy.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, and he's jumping up in the air. He knows. He's like, oh, rats foiled again.
Because he did not read that correctly. I mean, that was a little stick concept. Wentz got away with one.
Having a flashback of when Wentz was in our field last time.
Slide concept. Oh, drop. That's a Wentz for you.
Man, Puka.
Yeah, they're coming to that little slide concept. He's got him. Throwing it at his knee, man. That's where it is.
The quarter is going fast. That is correct.
Yeah, I mean, which you kind of
him.
expect with a team playing, resting only start. I mean, I would be surprised if there's not a bunch of starters that get pulled after these first drives with how quickly this first quarter is going by.
A lot of inactive.
Okay. Carson Wentz with a little quarterback draw. Man. Glass City, you're coming with the spoilers, man. We're at 2 minutes and I'm at 2:22, 21, 20. Oh.
Man.
Eric's fired up. He's like, Glass City, stop. That's why people don't hop on these streams. Like, I don't want to hear things here. That was a good ball. That was a good ball. I mean, that was good coverage. That was good coverage. Looked like a double move. That was a good ball. I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. Pass interference was declined. Looks like he's running an out. Looked like he ran an out and up. Let's see.
And just caught him
Wow.
off.
Okay. Yeah. That it's hard to tell exactly what they were trying to do there, whether that was Haas or whether they're actually trying to run a little rub rail there. Um, if it's rub rail, that's really poor execution and just on the receiver route running side. If it's Haas, that's a really flat release. Because Haas's hitches outside seam, so you have a hitch on the outside and you have a seam fade. We hit Brandon Ayuk for the big 38-yarder last week on that same play, and if that's Haas, that's a really normally it's more a seam fade. That was almost like what's called a flare route, or where they widen really far and then run it deep. Kyle calls it a rail route. So that looked more like a rail than really kind of like a seam fade. And a lot of times when they do that, they'll run the outside guy on a curl and then run that rail underneath the curl as interference and then go vertical. So I mean that sometimes like that was not played real poorly. That was just a money throw. I mean that's a throw that um Carson Wentz is probably practicing with Puka Nacua as they knew it was going to be one of their early red zone plays. So they probably practiced that throw in practice 4 or 5 times. I'm assuming they did it just about every day, and that they probably worked on it after practice and to really get that because and that's one of my only gripes with Wilkes is that once you get into the red zone, you can almost be guaranteed that starting out in the red zone, he's going to run man, and it's going to be a single high man. So teams that are going to run stuff like that, they're going to have opportunities. If you remember back to the Bengals game, that happened early on, and they beat Isaiah Oliver on a little fade from the inside on a bunch, just like that. So that's one thing. Steve Wilkes, he runs that a lot, and I wish you'd be a little less predictable once you get right there to the red zone. That um, you know, uh, D'Amico Ryans ran a lot of zone when we hit the red zone, and Wilkes has gone real man heavy once we hit the red zone. And sometimes that's why what I don't like it is when you get guys we don't match up really well against when there's a Puka Nacua out there, when there's a Cooper Cup out there. We're usually struggling with those guys, and I mean there you go.
Man, Puka Nakua's
Dang,
numbers.
that's quite the
I
rookie
mean,
season, man.
yeah.
Like as much as I don't want to give the Rams credit for anything, like that's
And the way
something.
he plays, like, I can really, really respect and appreciate the way he plays. You've never heard anything negative all year, about the guy. Looks like a hard worker. Like, man, be nice if we had drafted that dude. Not that we really need him. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah, and look, I mean, I know Glassie's fired up about giving up the touchdown to him, but that dude's beat a lot of guys who are quality in this league this season. I mean, that's why he's doing things as well as he is. All right. Debo, what you running backwards for? So yeah, there's that physicality.
Yeah.
I was on a Twitter Spaces this week. It was super fun. I saw some people talking, hopped in, and they asked me to speak and answer a few questions. And um, offense. Oh, what? I hate offensive pass interference. If this isn't a rub interference, come on. Oh, that's
Wow.
it's ridiculous. But I said one thing because somebody asked, "Why is it that" it was a Rams guy, a content creator, he asked, "Why is it that the 49ers have been able to be so dominant in this matchup?" And I said, "It's been the physicality in the secondary, that San Francisco's receivers and everything is really physical, and the Rams' secondary has not been able to match that physicality." And there you go. You see a perfect example right there on that play to Debo, um, breaking tackles. And I mean, that's a linebacker. Good. Come on. And there you see him miss tackle, and then he's going to run a guy over. So Kyle Shanahan, he runs outside to their secondary, make their corners come tackle, and then when these guys have to fly up because it's not what they normally do, then he's runs a little trick double pass sort of thing. Um, Back to running the ball. I would like to see Jordan Mason stick with that initial aim point a little bit better. Looked like he had something there.
Brendel and Trent can be sick. I don't care. They're not going to be sick for 2 weeks
Yeah, they
straight.
can be sick, but Trent was out there, so
But
even if
not
he's sick,
anymore, right?
what he's gonna do is he's trying to give certain viruses out of China to the Rams so that they can't play next week. The same. That's just my opinion on it. And
Jordan
we're
Mason
already
looked
through the first
slim.
quarter, man.
Yeah.
Man, this is something. I expect to so here so if I'm gonna put my Johnny Dell offensive coordinator hat on, here's what
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see here. I think you're gonna see um a run to start this drive off, see how that goes, then or start this next sequence off. If we get to our next first down, I think we're going play action off an or a split zone, and we're going to try and hit a deep over route. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. You heard it here first. Be interesting to see.
We'll see.
I want to give
Now I'm a little excited to watch. I don't know what y'all are getting for commercials. I'm getting something about the UFL and
yeah.
the XFL and the USFL merged. I'm a little excited for this. I haven't watched anything, but now that they've got this merger, they've got somewhat of a sizable league. The Birmingham Stallions, apparently they've been pretty good. I only live an hour and 40 minutes from Birmingham. So, yeah, I'm gonna go try and catch a game this year. I think it'll be fun.
UFL,
They got a
United
nice
Football
stadium.
League.
Like the where the Birmingham Stallions play used to be a really it was a nay portion of Birmingham. Like you didn't want to go down there past about like 2 p.m. and it was a real rough area, and they went in, tried to do some urban development there. They built like a Texas de Brazil. They did a mug shots down there, and they just built a bunch of restaurants and nice shopping areas there. And right in that same area, they got a Top Golf down there. I don't know if anybody has ever been to a Top Golf. Right across from Top Golf, they built the stadium that the Birmingham Stallions play in. So it's actually a really nice area, Birmingham now, and so I'll probably go catch a game. I'm actually going to be there on Thursday.
Very nice. So apparently, Farrell is out. We'll see more.
Out with a knee.
Yeah.
And
one thing too,
so
we got Seattle up 3-0, 2 minutes left in the first. Chicago's up 3-0, 14:02 left in the second. The Giants are up 3-0 on the Eagles, 1:38 left in the first. The Raiders are up on the Broncos 7-0, 34 seconds left in the first. And the Chiefs over the Chargers.
we're going to run it
7-0.
here. We're going to run it.
Here we go. Let's see. Yep.
Oh, we didn't.
Wow.
That was a terrible throw.
Yeah.
That was a terrible throw.
And what was the look there? What are we doing?
So he saw press. The safety dropped down late. So he's alerting to a fade there to Ayuk. That was just a terrible throw.
At least he threw it where it wasn't going to get picked.
So I mean, for AJ, sorry, so they're talking about AJ being carded. They're talking about AJ Brown. Oh, big hole. Look at Jordan Mason getting some yards. I like to see Jalen Moore in there. That's good. Like he was in there at left tackle. Yep.
There's the all-22 look. Man.
So that's actually an inside zone or inside trap play. They're coming down and having Banks pull out. Wonder if that guy had an infection. Did you see the last name on his jersey? If you know, you know.
Oh, AJ Brown going to the locker room in the Eagle game.
Dang. Okay. There's that play action pass that I said next first down we were going to get. We're going to try and hit a play action, hit a deep over out. There it was. Just didn't hit it. But hey, you heard it here first.
You don't study film ever.
No. Is that concerning that I can call that out?
I love it. We love it.
No, I mean, is that concerning? Does that like concern people that if I can do that, maybe opposing defensive coordinators are? They're press man here. They're sticking with it. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Sam Darnold on the run. They were going for. They had a wide receiver screen dialed up. That's a Sam Darnold package special right there.
Man. Yeah, Marcos, you and me both, bro. Did not see that coming. I don't think any of the Rams.
Apparently,
saw it
neither
coming.
did the Rams, because they gave up 9 yards.
Good Lord.
Man. All right. The Sam Darnold package. Here we go. UPS dropping it at their front door. And look at that. Some tough second effort from Darnold.
Let's go.
Love it. Let's go. BA lost a helmet again. Can we get an equipment manager to take a look at this, please? I'm gonna need Brandon Ayuk to not get his, skull fractured.
Right.
That'd be great.
Ugh. Okay.
One thing we haven't seen from Kyle since like 2017, 18, 19 is the really fast tempo. He used to do that all the time. Little drift route there. Not a bad job. There's the lost helmet. CJ with the spoilers. CJ. No spoilers, please. So that's a little drift route. 7 steps and break in and run to space is what the playbook says. We run it a ton.
Go ahead and give your timestamp.
I'm at 12 minutes. So normally those center quarterback exchanges are usually on the center. That looked like Darnold was trying to get out of there a little too early. Yeah. It's good to see Braden Willis in there. He had some real good reports about him in training camp. And he's a guy that brings a lot of athleticism to the tight end spot. And okay, they're going for a Sam Darnold sneak from 3rd and 2. Did not see that coming. Who is this guy calling plays all of a sudden? Like, it was like he figured out that I was talking about guessing the plays, and he's just deciding to throw a curveball in here for everything. Sam Darnold with the quarterback draw and then QB sneak from 2 yards out. What is this?
Man.
And they're stopping the clock for something. It's at 11 minutes. Are they now saying fourth down?
Oh, yeah. What the ref signaled first? I thought.
That's a first down. You can see it down the line. That was a first down.
Kealoha spoiler. Sam threw it all the way out of the stadium. That's the kind of spoiler I'm okay with. I bet he can throw it over the mountains. And oh, what a man packing a punch. Sheesh. Good Lord. Jordan Mason. Yeah, Mason and
Wait,
Elijah.
did I somehow get behind you? I'm at 10 minutes and 35 seconds.
Oh, yeah, you did. I'm at 10, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. What? How did that even happen?
Let me know when you get to 9:51.
9:51.
What happened here?
Wait, no,
Yeah.
9:51? Okay.
Yeah. Because I remember I'd paused a little bit. Somehow
Oh,
I got behind you. So let me
all
know when you
right.
get to 9:48.
Or 9:48? Okay. I'm at 9:50, 49, 48.
Okay. We're resynced here. So everybody knows where we're at.
And definitely
Oh, good
Mitchell,
old Witherspoon getting run over again.
the best
That's
spot we like to see him.
I for one am shocked.
Yeah, just shocked and
It
appalled.
wasn't like that was why they were, we moved on from him.
25, 24, 23,
New
22.
app idea, SyncStream. I've never tried that. Never tried SyncStream. Never even heard of that.
Me neither.
I'm not
Oh,
sure what this
Jim.
SyncStream is.
Come on, Jim. Catch up.
Yeah, somehow
Oh,
Adam
Elijah.
jumped way ahead.
Well, I'm just sitting here. I don't know what happened.
He did he he's a millennial, y'all.
Oh, we got a little Dallas.
Wow, a little update from Washington. Little making the catch harder than it had to be.
Oh, saying we need to invent it, not that it's out there.
Oh, a new app idea. I gotcha.
Austin, I am
Yeah.
Fred Flintstoning it. Yes.
I'm at
Speaking of,
8:30.
yep.
Oh,
Oh,
who missed their block? That was an interior lineman.
the
That
whole
was a
team.
defensive lineman. You should never have a defensive lineman getting in your backfield like that. That's just a generally a good rule for life.
Yeah, that's
Like
probably.
you shouldn't have any defensive linemen living in your backfield. That's just I hear that can like make driving down the road difficult. Reduces your trunk space. If you have a
I'm digging
hatchback,
this.
I hear you can deal with it okay.
So I think we need
14
to
play drive. Man, this game is going by quick.
petition to do this for all the preseason games then next year. Oh
Oh,
God, Donald.
Sam.
Good Lord. Oh, he threw it out of the stadium.
Oh, there
This
it is.
cannon. Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
What's up, Lisa? In case you don't know, Lisa is also she's our community manager over at the JFA49.com members area, where members can hop in there and post together. Oh, a little holding on the defense.
Oh,
That's an
nice.
automatic first down.
Gotta have it.
There it is.
He's starting to get
Um,
bored. Hey, throw
That's
that in
starting to get
there,
bored.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Throw
not
the
as many
website.
people have been in the been real active in there. Let's see.
Throw the website in
I'm
there for
pulling it up.
people.
I'm getting it.
He's getting to it. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, donkey. That'll
If
do,
that was your
donkey.
version of an Irish accent, that is terrible.
It's Shrek.
I love you. I love you, but that was
There it is. The
hey,
Johnny Dale Football
hey.
Academy.
That's in.
Is he in?
That's in.
Bang,
Oh, they're
bang.
marking him
Oh,
short.
boo. Oh, boo.
Man.
That is a boo. Let's see the replay. faked out.
Okay, the
Oh,
cameraman was faked out.
faked out. Yeah.
He's in. That's in.
What
There
are we
was no knee
watching?
down.
Well, now
What
it's
is this?
now it's the push. Yep, I called that. Jeez. It's a
Let's go.
touchdown.
Let's go.
San Francisco. There's my papa.
Best Greg Papa.
I remember. Were you guys watching when he first did that the first time for preseason? About what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? He said, "I got a new call coming. I need to wait for a touchdown." And then like 5 minutes later in the preseason, someone scored and he broke it out, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a thing." And now it's like San Francisco. The thing is people don't say the word San Francisco a lot. They don't. It's not Frisco. It's just the Bay, or it's just, so it's odd to me to hear that, but whatever. I'm not downing Papa. He's very talented and we've had him in the Bay for quite some time, but it is an odd call for me, I'll admit. But I'm always jazzed to hear it because it means we just freaking scored. So it's not a bad thing.
I just got a message from Title League. If you don't know, those are the guys that run Eric Armstead's podcast. He says that Kittle and Hargrave and Jordan Schultz are going to be on his live stream tonight after the game. They're looking at going on at 5 p.m. Pacific time, a live stream. You can get on there, check out some, and maybe, chat with Armstead, and we can see what's up with his foot. Is he going to be back? I'm assuming he's going to be pretty hush-hush about it, but they just sent me the message, so there you go. That's from Title League right there.
Todd Holenbeck, you want to throw that comment out there? Johnny Dell, I signed up for the new site, but I can only see the sign up page. Have you added anything there yet?
Not 100% sure exactly what you're meaning, Todd. Message me about it and I'll see. Because you should be able to see everything. There should be I've got a number of people have signed up. You should be able to see review videos from last week. I actually just got a text message. Somebody signed up. So thank you, Austin, for signing up and becoming a member of the JFA 49 website. But Todd, send me a message about that. DM me on Twitter. My DMs are open. If you have that, or
email us
something there. Yeah, or email us at johnnydellsfootballacademy at gmail.com.
Yeah.
johnnydellsfootballacademy at gmail.com. And I will see what we need to do, because that sounds like something didn't go right.
Right. That's why I noticed that, and I was like, wait a minute. That doesn't seem right.
Losing Farrell to a knee injury. Somebody says that. What's Twitter telling me? So A.J. Brown is listed as questionable after going down and holding his knee. Apparently now there's some sort of controversy about the Saints trying to get a guy a touchdown at the end of the game when they should have just taken a knee, and people are upset about it now.
I posted in the chat the email, Johnny Dell's Football Academy at gmail.com. So you can just copy and paste
show
that.
up. Probably doesn't show up. I'm not seeing it showing up.
Oh, okay.
It's because it won't let anybody other than me. I mean, right. Everything.
Yeah, which is totally fair.
Ooh. Apparently, Jalen Hurts just really hurt a finger, and he's headed to the medical tent.
All right, I sent it to you, Johnny, so you can just copy and paste that real quick.
Oh, ow. That's an interception. That's an interception.
Let's go. Get off the field,
Let's
Carson.
go.
Bum.
Let's go. He's walking off the field. That's a pick.
Walk off.
That's a pick. That's Hawkins. That's a pick. He's excited. Good for the young guy.
Let us
That's
go.
awesome. See Daryl Luter out there. Womack.
Womack, yep.
Graham.
Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Let's
Love to see it.
go.
Big Papa
Let's
says, "You
go.
gotta love how the rookies are playing."
That's
Yes.
why we're watching, man. That's why I'm watching this game. That's what I'm really like. What I care about. I want to see some of these guys who don't. I think that was tipped to the line too. Fred
What
Warner out there.
what a
Come on.
play. What a play, though.
What a play.
Oof.
He heard footsteps from Warner.
Look at him.
Come on. Look
Man.
at that. Let's go.
Bang,
He's gonna have
bang.
that football in his office, in his house forever. That's awesome. It's a great shot too. Let's go. Looked like they were trying to run that stick concept again, and this time they got burned on it. Carson Wentz threw it last time, got away with one, but that's life in the NFL. You get away with one with something once, and you come back, you keep coming back to it, and that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, looks like Jalen Hurts is in the medical tent. They believe his finger may have popped out,
Oof.
not off, but
Not
out.
off his body.
So Eagles getting hit with 2 big injuries there, right before the playoffs. That's unfortunate. I don't celebrate other teams' injuries, but I don't necessarily feel bad for them at this point, especially with what San Francisco's been through.
Wait, Foo Fighters. When whose name? Hold on, I'm trying to catch up.
So yeah, David Lombardi 20 minutes ago did say that Cleveland Farrell's out with a knee injury. He hobbled off a few minutes ago and then was carted to the locker room. That is not good. It would be a bigger blow if we didn't also have Chase Young and Randy Gregory, but Cleveland Farrell has played pretty well. I mean, for what we ask him to do. The question I want to know is where is Drake Jackson and what is going on there with Drake Jackson? Is he on IR? Did I not, like miss that in some way? Like, what am I missing there? Did I just not follow along with that or something? I mean, we should have quite a bit of depth there at defensive end, and everybody's watching Adam trying to plug his phone in.
Yeah, I'm trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Drake is on IR for about
Drake
a month.
is on IR for about a month. So, I mean, hopefully, maybe they can elevate him, bring him back. They have spots left to bring back from IR. So let's see. Did this ball get tipped? It did. I thought it did.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Just the way it was coming out of his hand, like when they saw it kind of wobbling. I was just wondering about that. A friend of mine who's a big Texans fan, we were texting. He just asked me why do I not like the Bills? Because after Jacksonville lost, I said, I really would have liked to see a playoff without the Bills. He's like, why do you not like the Bills? It's not that I don't like the Bills. It's just I'm a hater, okay? Is that people have been all over those guys about how, just in love with them, and I'm a hater, so I'm gonna sit there and go, you know what? I wanna see all these people who've been just in love with these guys for the last year and a half get a ha. So that's what it is for me. Taylor Hawkins, look at him. He's still excited. He's still excited about that interception. That's awesome. Staying warm on the sideline. Little zone. Yep. Little RPO. Good read of the linebacker. Number 56 there. That's who he's reading on that play to know whether to hand it off or to throw it. The guy stayed inside, so he threw it out there. So you get numbers in that screen game. It's good execution of a play that we run a lot. That's what I like to see here. That's what I want to see from Sam Darnold is, are you operating the plays that we run a lot, our base offense plays? Are you running them right? Are you reading them right? Are you seeing it right? And that's what I want to see. That alert fade to Brandon Ayuk, not so much. But yeah. Somebody said Drake's has that I don't really play at a high level itis. Man, that's a guy that really had it taken to him this year. Of started out the Steelers game 3 sacks, and everybody's saying, "Look, we found our bookend defensive end guy." And by the end of the season, nah, we're stashing him on IR because he sucks. Sort of thing. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, Dr. Steve, though, when the Eagles fans start trying to give an excuse about their quarterback being hurt in the playoffs, that's when you just send a staring face at him.
Yeah, like what? That was your whole argument when
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, they motion Mason out, show some zone. What happened there? Braden Willis was lost on that play. That looked like they were trying to clear it out with Braden Willis and hit Ray McLeod on dig. Didn't love the timing of that one. Braden Willis needs to get on his horse and get down the field and clear that out a little better too. He never looked back or anything. Like, he just looked lost on that.
Glass City, I don't think it's any kind of injury at all. I think we're just being smart.
No, treat it like a preseason game. That's all it was.
Yeah. Get loose a little bit. Get a sweat in.
Look at that. Nice.
Nice little move.
Liking what I'm seeing from Jordan Mason in this game.
Yep. At least to go up 10 points here
looks like he
stellar.
runs a little Texas route, maybe. Or this is a check release.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a Texas, right? I mean,
no. Texas goes outside and breaks in.
The angle, yeah.
I was looking somewhere else. Rose Boom getting cooked. Rose Boom is having a hard time in this game. Sam Darnold, 9 of 12, 96 yards. Not bad. 8 yards a pass.
Gotta have it.
I mean, it's not Brock Purdy's 9.6, but you'll take it. He's doing well. Picked up a couple first downs. How are we feeling about Sam Darnold?
Even better than expected. He started 6 for 6. I'm not expecting Sam Darnold in any realm to go 6 for 6.
Well, that means now he's 3 of 6 on his last 6. We're trending downwards. He's completing 50% of the passes he was earlier in the game. This is a problem.
Lisa,
am I doing the narratives right on that?
Yeah. Lisa, we're going to be a little bit behind. Not only is our stream behind a bit, but what we're watching on. Yeah, it's always my fault. That's fair.
It's Adam's fault. That when in doubt, we'll just blame Adam.
I will take it. I'll take that. Jimmy G. Yep. Man, as a human being, a little bit, other than all the money he's getting paid and all of the attention that he gets from pretty girls, I feel bad for professionally Jimmy G. What is... Oh, Lisa with the all caps. Jeez, lady.
Hey, she likes Jimmy. Easy.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I feel bad. Like, what is going to happen to Jimmy Garoppolo? Like, the Raiders don't want him. The Patriots don't want him.
I think he ends up back in New England. I do. The Patriots didn't want to make a move for him last year because they've been invested in Mac Jones. But the Mac Jones saga this offseason this season was not good. I think if Bill Belichick stays in New England, I think you could legitimately see Jimmy end up back there.
Premier player in the UFL.
Glass City.
MVP.
Let's please not have the
Oh,
spoilers.
yeah, we're at
I love you. I love you. You're a little bit ahead.
428, 427. That's what I'm at. 426.
Oh, Ronnie
I mean,
Bell.
that is also
Yeah,
Kendrick.
but I mean, yeah, but Bell's got to come down with that. I mean, I'd like to see Darnold get this
Let's
ball
see
out
the
to him just
replay
a
here.
tad earlier. I mean,
I
but
mean, no, did he get a
I mean,
hand
it's a
in
good.
there?
It's a.
Wait.
It's.
That's his right
He needs to
hand.
come down with that. He's got to come down with that.
And Darnold agrees as he slaps his hands.
Well, Darnold's probably telling himself that he needed to have it a little bit more outside.
But like I called, to be up 10 before half, I am okay with. Because if we lost, we said at the open of this, oh gosh. Oh, so I guess we won't be up 10 points. Jeez. Glass
The
City.
distance of an extra point, man.
And it
Doink.
doink.
Yeah, it was. It was off the stinking upright. And, I've actually been trying to feel good about Jake Moody, and like I have purposefully not said anything positive about him because I'm like, I don't want to jinx him. Because he'd actually made like 15 field goals in a row at this point.
Yeah.
I gotta turn the mic off.
Back-to-back Michigan players, Charles. I know. And I live in Michigan country, basically. I am about an hour away from the Michigan border. And so for football, we don't have a good team in the state of Indiana. And so it's a lot of Michigan fans here. Ugh. I'm excited for tomorrow's game, though. Who do you guys got? Michigan or Washington for the college football playoff final? Because Michigan's defense against Penix, that's going to be really, really, really tough. I could see 20-13 game, and I could see like 31-27. Austin thinks Michigan will win handedly. I mean, handedly, I don't know, man. Have you seen Michael Penix play? And I got to see him a lot when he was in the state of Indiana playing. He was the IU's quarterback. But man, Penix is the real deal, I think. But Michigan's defense is definitely the real deal too.
Yes, Moody has me rage eating. Yeah. What just happened? Yeah, because Dr. Steve said Johnny is rage eating. Stinking
Yeah.
moody. He's got me feeling moody. See, it's stuff like that that I don't want to see in this game. Like, I
Hey,
don't want to.
reminder to tweet your John Chapman picture. That's part of your in-season thing you're doing. You just haven't had to do it for a while.
I got to do it. Yeah,
Just
exactly.
giving you the reminder.
I got to remember where it even is.
Which is
mute my mic.
good.
I'm going to tweet at John Chapman real quick.
I've been actually at the beginning of the year I was trying to keep up with tweeting live game, and then I know I should do it more, and I've been gaining a few followers, but I just get lazy because I get so into the game. So do another timestamp for you guys, at least where I'm at: 4:17, 4:16, 4:15, 4:14. Out of bounds, be second down for the Rams. That's where I am at. Remember, those of you in the chat, if you have not seen the channel much before and your algorithm just showed you this channel, Johnny breaks down film and goes over the X's and O's and explains the whys and hows of the game. And then we have a podcast together that is now officially over a year old. And we like to go right after the game that next day, usually. And then we go again with our preview of the upcoming. So we usually like to go Mondays and Thursdays typically, but we really, really love for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, if we have to change it up and go at different times, then you get alerted of when we are going to go live. One of my favorite videos on the channel.
Oliver, you got to make that tackle. Sorry, he's talking about the important stuff. I'm getting fired up, but we miss a
Your
tackle
rage,
in the hole.
which is what we wanted. We wanted how Johnny watches a video. This is why or watches a game. This is why we're doing this. So this is what the people asked for.
Little
Rams
spacing
going
concept.
quick.
Good job.
Yes,
There you go, Oliver. That's
Oliver.
why Oliver was signed. Okay, is he's a physical tackler. That was a little spacing concept. They're trying to run some interference on him into the flat to the tight end, and so that's a good job of working around the interference and then still being able to close and make the tackle. That's what I like. My wife's in the chat. Look, she's like, I get it every week. Yo,
Yeah. Don, how's it
she
going?
does.
How are the
She
kiddos?
does.
Are the kids okay,
I'm a
Don?
lot less stressed than I normally am at home, though.
Well, yeah, and this game less
Fast.
stressful, as Dr. Steve says. This is
They're
basically
trying
a
a little.
scrimmage.
So that's a miscommunication, misunderstanding, and by Wentz. That not sure, what there is to for Wentz there, because so that's a route that's a conversion route. So that's going to be a fade versus cover two, and versus bump. It's a little curl. It's an 8-yard curl route. So that's a landmark throw, and that's what you've seen from Carson Wentz over the last several years, and why he's not getting um, starting opportunities. The timing did look off, but that's a landmark throw. So Puka Nacua, and that's one of those of okay, looking at the season that Puka Nacua has had and how he's done with Matt Stafford, and then looking at that, knowing what that route is supposed to be, that's Carson Wentz just missing the throw, and that's why Carson Wentz has struggled during times, because he's so inconsistent with his accuracy. So yeah.
Yep. So a little bit more housekeeping
Yeah,
items.
we're at the
Remember,
2-minute
commercial.
warning, Big Papa. I'm watching some commercial for women with
The
menopausal hot flashes. Yep.
Or Vazoa, something. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take if you have liver or kidney problems. Yeah, I'm on that commercial too.
See, I'm watching this through a VPN through Germany, so every once in a while I get German commercials. It's really
Nice.
interesting to see the difference. They have
Nice.
a lot less pharmaceutical commercials than we have. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'll be like advertisement, Verblung. Probably butchering the German there. But it's funny because then they also can include 3/4 of the US commercials so that German people can get the full American experience. That's literally what it says on the international Game Pass. So it's
Nice.
funny. It's funny to just wonder, like, what do the Germans think about all of our commercials here? And they must think like Americans are obsessed with insurance and prescription drugs.
Yeah.
Like
Americans get
you
into a
come
lot
to
of car
America,
accidents.
you're gonna see, you're gonna see you think we're getting nothing but car accidents, and then constantly having to buy new trucks because of it, and take medications from our accidents. Like, that's what it sounds like.
All right,
Mugging
and
up
we're
A
back.
gap. We're gonna back it out. Oh, Bosa!
Oh,
Did he get back in time?
wait, did they not? Wait a minute.
No, there's the
Oh,
flag.
okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Gummit. What is this, Chicken Ranch?
Mm.
Bosa.
I'm kind of ready for Mooney to be
All you
done.
need to do is sound mad to do the. Have you ever seen? There was a reel I saw a while back. I like it. They're mugging up the A gaps, where they had people saying certain lines in different languages, like it was Italian, French, and then German, and everything. Oh dang! Everything in German sounded really angry,
Yeah.
and it was saying simple things like cooking eggs or something. I can't remember, but yeah. They're running, it's a little, China concept there. So that's a little in route with a
Oof.
bench route.
Oh man.
Dunked him. That was almost like, what was the player from the Bills way back in the day? Short white receiver got dumped on his head. It was on,
Steve
they
Tasker.
showed it as I can't remember, that, they showed it as a highlight basically all the time growing up as a kid. Like, literally, dude got dumped straight down on his head.
Oh, I
You could
think that
literally
was
watch his
BB Don, not Don BB.
Yeah, Don Beebe.
Don BB. Yeah.
Yeah, that you could I mean, you could literally watch his spine get compressed.
Yeah. Yeah. BB's the
I mean,
one that.
amazingly, dude, he played for a while after that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll always remember him because he single-handedly made sure that I can keep this stat as a feather in my cap that the 49ers have scored the most points ever in a Super Bowl because Leon Lett was about to change that and give the Cowboys 59 points. But because of that, Don Beebe stripped him and he didn't score. The Cowboys only scored 52. As we know, we scored 55 against the Broncos, leaving us the highest scoring team ever to play in the Super Bowl. So, and we have a super chat going on. Too much sauce says, "Do you think Trent and Debo played enough?" Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely Trent. Definitely
Next.
Trent. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing you wanted to see with Trent was him go through the process, get a few snaps in there, stay mentally sharp, have to execute a little bit. It's like Kyle Shanahan
Go
said.
through the motions.
Yeah, he said, he goes, look, because somebody asked him in the press conference, they went, do you really need to get a 35-year-old tackle more reps at this point in his career?
Get out of here.
And he was like, um, he goes, he goes, yeah, you should have seen him after he came back after 2 weeks off, and and was kind of making a statement about Trent making some mistakes there, and it was true. I saw a few of them on film. I think I showed them to people, that he was struggling with some of his assignments, and so yeah, I think Trent got in there exactly how much you want. Same thing with Debo. We've all seen Debo relax on some of his route running at times. I don't think that's going to change, but what you don't want him to do is relax on his route running and also some of his other assignments. Oh, another super chat. The spoiler himself, Glass City.
What changes, if any, would you like to see the D make for playoffs? That is a good question. What are you seeing out there, Johnny?
I want to see them not play man coverage like clockwork the first play in the red zone. That's and pretty much every first down. Pretty much every first down in the red zone, you're going to see them play man coverage. I want to see that get mixed up. Like, do something different, because just what we saw in this game, you end up you can give the opposing team too predictable of looks, and when you get in the playoffs, you're going to be playing against teams. I mean, because what I don't want to see is I don't want to see Amon-Ra St. Brown, CeeDee Lamb getting matched up on that kind of a route against an extremely predictable look. Nice running from who's that? Is that Raver McLeod? Nice. Looks like the Cowboys just took the lead. But that's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see CeeDee Lamb or Amon-Ra St. Brown getting those kinds of, or Mike Evans. I really feel like we could be playing the Buccaneers in the divisional round. I don't want to see those guys getting predictable looks like that. And so that's what I want to see change for the playoffs.
Eagles are down 17-0.
Wow. And they're not resting starters. Like, that's not because they decided to rest guys. That's crazy. Eagles are imploding.
Yeah, because
like they
are
are a
cheating. They
supernova.
need to win.
Yeah, they need to win. as to have a shot at the number 2 seed, and they
Because,
are a
dude, they don't want
star
to go to Detroit.
imploding on itself.
They don't
You
want to
hate
go
to
to
see it.
Detroit
Little
and play
stick
a playoff game.
concept, good read there uh by Sam Darnold, outside in read, little horizontal stretch of the hook curl player out there. Love it. Hit third foot, ball came out. Love to see it. Eagles going down. What happened? What happened is that they have not evolved as a team, and they're starting. I think there's a lot of infighting going on there. They're melting.
I'll give a timestamp 126, 125, 124.
So I'm like 1 second ahead of you.
Okay.
Good run there by Mitchell. Little power run. You bring it's like an end trap. You leave the end man on the line of scrimmage unblocked. You pull the guard. He kicks out, blocked down. Love it. What I'm a little surprised at is that we're not seeing John Feliciano in this game. I thought John Feliciano. We're seeing Banks and Burford. I thought John Feliciano played really well at guard. I felt like he was outperforming Burford leading up to this game. So I'm a little surprised we're not seeing him out there. Yeah. Sirianni is a terrible coach. I'm not sure he's a terrible coach. He's just a really annoying coach. I mean, I don't watch a ton of his stuff because as people say, he's kind of annoying, but
is he healthy?
I did not like the timing of that play there. 84 receiver's name. I'm trying to remember who it is. He did not. That timing off the end edge was not good. Well, Tony.
Oh, we got guys.
Well, Tony. There we go. I don't know why they're showing Steve Wilkes. I mean, they must be talking about defensive coordinators. Because Steve Wilkes ain't calling plays right now.
Chris Conley, yeah.
Chris Conley, that's what it is, yeah. Yeah, I did not like the way he released on that route. It really muddied up the timing of that. Woo! And on cue with Conley. That was a throw. A little late there.
Right?
A little late there from Sam Darnold. You're seeing some of the difference there. Sam Darnold and Brock Purdy of Brock Purdy's anticipation on these throws. This throw is just a tad late. Look, see, he's waiting for it.
Oof. And oh gosh, all he had to do was turn around and he could have either picked that or got a hand on it. I mean, he's late.
Yeah, that was just a little late there by Sam Darnold. And again, it's what I've always said about Brock Purdy, that the way he throws with anticipation is not normal in this league. I mean, if I was to say another guy that does that in this league, maybe Matt Stafford sometimes. Matt Stafford, though, usually has such a big arm, he doesn't have to throw with a lot of anticipation. Other than that, I mean, I think Brock Purdy throws with anticipation better than any quarterback in the NFL right now. And you're seeing a perfect example of it right there.
Good run there by Mitchell. I have to agree with Charles. I miss wide receivers wearing the 80s. It's just a weird nostalgia thing. I'll be 43 at the end of this month. I've been watching football a long time. Only in the last, 3, 4, 5 years have they had numbers like 1, 19, 18, 17.
Yeah,
I feel like
it used
a little
to be,
bit.
yeah, I mean, it used to, well, some of it was they weren't allowed to for a while, like
Right. No question.
that receivers had to wear, and then they opening up because you started seeing these guys, doing multiple position sort of things, and so they said, we can't just say that these guys have to be only these specific
like
numbers.
Cordero Patterson, I remember, has been number 84 for pretty much like all his career, and he's lining up in the backfield 60% of the time. That's a little weird.
Right. And And so they changed the rules a little bit there. They allowed these guys to do something 24-0 New York. Wow.
Yeah,
That is
gotta
crazy.
have it.
Oh, they were trying a little play action hit over the middle. Don't
Oh
make a
god,
negative
throw it
play,
away, bud.
Darnold.
Oh, run!
Ooh.
Oh!
Ooh.
I would have liked to see him maybe run. I don't know. Did it look like he had that to run it in?
Gotta watch the tape.
Well, here we go. Let's watch it right here.
So they were trying to hit Conley on a drift route there early. And they did a good job taking away. I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
it would have
no.
been tough
He
to
didn't
make
have it.
that. Yeah,
44.
I think so.
44 could have ended his career. He
Jalen
could
Moore.
have.
Jalen Moore is not Trent Williams. He was trying his hardest to get out there. He is not Trent Williams.
All right, so we got a I kind of want to go for it if they don't.
Ooh, Arches. They still get that?
Oh my
Dang. All
gosh.
right, Ronnie
What?
Bell. All
Okay,
right.
from
That
Michigan.
was an Arches concept. Arches plus follow. So it's what's called a trail concept. So you have multiple guys. So you're going to see Ray McLeod come, and he's going to break in, and then you're going to see Ronnie Bell. Yeah, because Ray McLeod fell down.
Fell down.
Dang.
Yeah.
So you have a couple in breaking
Dude.
routes out here. See, so that's your trail concept. That's pretty good ball location by
Gosh.
Darnold.
Yeah. 37. My gosh.
Come on, Moody. Let's go, Moody.
Don't even say it.
Serious.
What? What? Johnny has left the building. What are we doing? How the ball just keeps going and going. It was like on point, and then oh no. Ugh. Marco's trying to hang in there with the positive comment. I can appreciate it. Don, your wife, Johnny's wife is wondering where did her husband go? Off the deep end, Don.
Yeah, I went off
the deep
screen for a
end.
second. Don't
Just
worry.
aim left at
Everything
this point.
everything was good. I had to have a moment to myself. Yeah, Moody's in
So it should
timeout.
be that's 4 points, dude. 4 points we should have. Ugh, not fun. The
This should be
updated
a
playoff
blowout. This should be a
picture.
blowout at this point. It should be 24-7.
Yeah.
Stinking Moody. I got to tweet at John Chapman, everybody.
It's crazy how important this Detroit-Dallas game turns out. It looks like the Eagles. I mean, I know there's a lot of football left, but come on. And I feel like, man, Detroit having the 2 seed, I would love to see that just as a football fan, but I don't know if it's going to happen now. But if Detroit had beaten Dallas, man, crazy how the NFL works. Seattle's up 10-6. Man. Maybe one more or 2 plays before
Come on,
halftime here.
he'd been so good since the misses early like that. Since that miss against Minnesota, he'd been like money for, what, 3 months? Come on. 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
Both 38-yarders. Come on. What is this junk? Little doubles, little lie-in. Burks. Got to ride it a little bit better there, bud. I was a
They have a
lion
timeout.
concept, double slants. They got 1 second left. What are you gonna do? Try and kick the field goal to meet the under there,
No.
McVay?
No way. Yeah, that last game we played them, right? We were up 10. Made the loss look not as bad.
Works.
Well, on that play,
Wentz
their
is throwing
backups were better
high.
than our backups.
Like Wentz is throwing high.
Man. Graham Nguyen, I don't know if I've ever seen you in the chat. Welcome, man. We'll get some
Somebody does need
housekeeping
to
stuff
light a
here.
fire under Moody.
Get him.
What are they
Is there a
throwing a
flag? There's
flag
a flag.
for?
Let's check it. Let's check
Is
the
that
flag.
offsides?
Someone is flagged for cheating. Who cheated?
Number 5. That was me doing my best lip reading of the NFL.
Yep. Oh man, what happened to those?
They still do them. Just they haven't been as good as the original. Some of my favorites are bad lip readings of U.S. politics. That's just great because sometimes you actually get as much information and it makes as much sense as if they weren't doing a bad lip reading. What in the world are they doing? All right. Kyle Shanahan can get, people can bug him about some questionable calls at different times. You're running a slide concept with 2 seconds left? Why? That's not even a deep shot play. Why? Like that's a mid-level play action. Not why? McVay broke me. I don't know. I don't even know. That makes no sense. But here we are at halftime. Happy halftime, everybody. Adam, I'm going to turn it over to you for a minute. I got to go make my popcorn.
Yep. So we'll go over some housekeeping details. Johnny, actually, just real quick before you go, will you throw some links in there and I'll go through them for the shirts and for the website. And then we're going to keep the discussion going, guys. I'll ask some questions here for the chat. Johnny's going to throw some good links. And so what I want to go through first is about the channel. Those of you that are new to the channel, welcome in. We are streaming on YouTube and Facebook and X or Twitter, whatever the kids are calling it these days. And there is the link to our shirts, as Johnny is wearing his in black. And so, yes, the Restream bot. So you can click on that link and there you can see some of our shirts that we have for sale. That helps the channel. And then also we will have the link to the website. There it is, JFA49.com. There you can see all the things that we have going on the website, and you can subscribe to that, as that helps the channel as well. As far as the YouTube channel now that we are streaming, there is over 50 of you in here. So, man, that's awesome. It's our first time live streaming during the game. Typically, what we do is Mondays and Thursday mornings, we go live for the podcast, discussing all things Niners and the whys and hows of the game. And then the coolest thing, in my opinion, about the channel is definitely going to be Johnny's breakdown of film. So there you can take a look at the channel. And my favorite video to date is the why Brock Purdy should be MVP. So you can look that one up. These videos have thousands and thousands and thousands of views. So do not be part of the crowd that misses out on these, and make sure that you show other Niner fans so that we can boost the channel and bring other guests on the show that we have different guests from time to time. The day after Dwight Clark Day, August 8th, we had Jesse Sapolu, probably one of the coolest guests. We've had Greg Pirelli, quarterbacks coach that really broke down film and really broke down. His most famous student is Josh Allen. We had him on the show. We've had some cool guests. And so definitely the big thing is we want all Niner fans to be a part of this. There's almost 22,000 subscribers. We love it. If you are new to the channel and you have not hit hashtag JD49, go ahead and throw that in the chat because that helped boost the algorithm so that more Niner fans, as it's halftime, we might be getting more people new to the chat. So let's talk through a few things. There is, I believe, a thanks, Derek, for that hashtag JD49. Appreciate you, bro. At Johnny, aren't you doing a sub coupon for the first month of the website for the Patreon folks? Yes. So the idea, Jim, is as Johnny's just literally, I think, popping some popcorn. He will be back. We'll go over a couple things, but what we're doing is we're trying to get out of Patreon because honestly, guys, Patreon takes a cut. It's kind of like when you do a GoFundMe, and I get they need paid too, but there's a better way to go about things. And so we're phasing out of Patreon, but you'll get it worked out to where you won't have to pay extra. Johnny is still working on it. When he comes back, we will ask him. And as far as in the chat, guys, come on, we're all 49ers faithful. We're just trying to be lighthearted and keep everything cool. And we just don't want, if another note I'll say is, first of all, YouTube is going to be a little bit off. So we're going to be a few seconds off already. And then I am watching the game in my home office and don't have a TV set up regular to watch it on regular like cable. And so I'm streaming, and Johnny is coming from his office. Same idea. So we're streaming on our like tablets or whatever. And so it's going to be a little bit off. So if you watch in real time, that's totally fine, but just help out the chat and like Big Papa says, be nice. Yeah. So, and just don't spoil, because some people, in order to hang with us, have probably, I assume, hit pause on their stream. And what we have been doing this whole time is every once in a while, we'll give a timestamp of where we're at. So we'll say 7:52, 51, 50, 49, 48, so that you know where we're at. And if you want to hang with us the whole time and be on cue with us, then hey, that's great. I get that's also difficult because you're like, well, I want to know what happened. You know, if it's 4th and 2, I don't want to wait the 18 seconds, and that's fine. But just hang out in the chat and don't give away what's happening. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you. Hashtag JD49, guys. So let's get into the first half stats. I'm gonna pull them up, and as I go through these stats, here's what I want to know, guys. What were the things that jumped out to you? So the stats here: Carson Wentz 7 for 12 for 71 yards, rushing yards. Rivers 6 for 28, receiving. Puka Nakua Pokemon 2 receptions, 28 yards, and the touchdown. Allen 4 catches, 25 yards. They punted once. Then for the Niners, Sam Darnold, 14 of 19, 168 yards and a touchdown. And Elijah Mitchell, 12 rushes, 47 yards and the touchdown. Sam Darnold rushing also had 13 yards rushing and the touchdown. And then receiving, Conley had the one long one for 48 yards. Ayuk has 3 catches. Debo had 2. Warner had 1. Bell, Mason had 1. Mitchell had 2. So the big thing for me is the overall, when you look at first downs, 18-6 Niners. Third down efficiency, we're 4 of 6. They're 2 of 4. Rushing yards, we have 106. They have 37. Passing yards, we have 168. They have 71, for a total of 108 for them and 274 for us. So time of possession, wait till you guys hear time of possession. Ready? 21 minutes, 29 seconds. 21 minutes and 29 seconds is our time of possession to their 8 minutes and 31 seconds. So that is crazy. And then we have the the storyline that I think is getting everyone a little antsy is that we should have 4 more points on the scoreboard, as it should be 24 instead of 20. And I will admit that we are a little bit like, man, as far as this kicking thing in the playoffs is the next time that we will see our beloved team. And so if the next time is the playoffs and these games get closer, you just feel like, okay, you want to be able to count on a guy in the playoffs. And when you were in Green Bay and it's minus 50,000 degrees and you got Robbie Gould up there, man, we felt really good about making that kick, right? It's Robbie Gould. Well, I know all our games are going to be at home. I know that. But like, man, you're telling me even like a 27-yard field goal, I'm going to be nervous and sweating. And I don't like that feeling. So it's just, I think Johnny's going to draw up exactly where foot placement needs to be so that he can make the kicks. I don't know. No, it's not. I'm kidding. But let's go over some of those stats are just staggering. The offensive yards that we put up is a little nutty to me. What else did you guys
The most
see?
staggering is 2 for 3 on extra points and 0 for 1 field goals. That's
I,
quite staggering. But so Adam, I'm gonna if people can see this, you probably
yeah,
saw me really awkwardly trying to get my whiteboard here, and then I
yep.
realized found out that my whiteboard marker is dry, so that's awkward, and I do apologize. I'm going to show you what the Rams ran there at the end of the half, so people can understand just how silly this was. So the Rams are running a slide concept. You fake a run, quarterback's gonna act like he's gonna hand it off and roll out. Okay. What you tend to have is this guy here, he's going to down block and then roll out. And then on the backside, you're usually going to have 2 routes here. You're going to have one guy coming across the middle, and then you're going to have another guy coming this way. But this guy doesn't go very deep. Like this is like a 15-yard route, and it's just going to run straight across the field. So you get 3 levels at like 2 yards, 8 yards, 15 yards is generally about what this is. Why are you running this right before the half? Because he could have gotten Carson Wentz blown up. If the end doesn't respect anything, the end that's here, he comes up and he can blow up Carson Wentz. Why are you running this? People can say what they will about Kyle Shanahan. He usually doesn't run something this silly with 2 seconds before the half. Like, why? Just run the ball if that's what you're going to do.
Right.
I mean, and sometimes what we do is sometimes you'll see a receiver be here and he's going to run up, like he's going to run a corner and then he runs a post. But he didn't set up for the corner post. Sam Darnold, what you would have seen was him roll out and then settle down right here. And this guy, what he does is instead of block down and go out on a pass, he's going to take a little step down and then try and wall off the defensive end so that it allows the quarterback to get out just a step, and he's going to try and feed the defensive end in here. The quarterback gets out here, they run it in, and they try and hit the corner post. That's what you run if you're going for a shot. They didn't even try and take a shot there. What in the world?
And I agree. Nicholas Jackson says I use that play in Madden. No, you don't. With 1 second left at the 50-yard line before half. No, you don't. I can almost
And
guarantee.
I don't even run it like when I did play Madden. I wouldn't even run the slide that much just because generally in Madden it didn't work really well. Just because the timing would always be off. A lot of times you'd end up with a defensive end off the edge. But now what I do like that I'm seeing here from Kyle Shanahan is that you're seeing a lot of base offense. You're not seeing them trying to go for shot plays all the time. You're not looking at these, we're gonna break your see that's the play. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like some of this just doesn't make sense. But
Johnny,
but I love
there
that
was a
Kyle Shanahan
question.
is. Oh, did I miss a question? Or was it?
Well, just real quick, we were talking about it right when you took your break. One question regarding Patreon. Can you speak to the idea that those who have been doing Patreon is kind of being phased out, but you will not pay dual? You're not going to do that where you're going to charge them for both to get the website, but then they're already doing the Patreon. I think it might have been Jim asking that. I can't remember, but can you speak to that?
Yeah, so I sent out an email to everybody on the Patreon with a link, a special link for the members website, as we're getting going here with the start of the third quarter.
Yep.
But the link, get him. The link on the website, or a link to
Oof.
the website that includes a free trial period for the rest of the month. So if somebody wanted to switch over, that they weren't going to end up being charged double in the same month for support. Um, Now, the biggest reason we've gone to a members website over Patreon, there's two reasons. One, Patreon does charge a more in fees,
Yep.
and so and it's actually on a bell curve. So the more you bring in, the more they take, and so as far as just bulk amount, who's getting run over there? Daryl Luter. I want to see him be a little more physical. I like Daryl Luter. I want to see him do a little better there. Also, the interface for the members website, everything on the back end is so much simpler and better put together than Patreon. Patreon is actually a very, very simple site from uh, a features perspective for a content creator, as far as you don't have a lot of um there's not a lot of really good options for you as a content creator via Patreon. I know some people do a lot of things, and what they end up doing is will post stuff or just have Patreon host it. But like what I'm trying to do with some of this stuff is make it so that if I need to post it directly to that I have a better back end support, and it's a lot smoother. It processes faster for directly uploading some stuff as we go forward. I don't know what the future is going to be holding here with what the NFL's been doing, as far as what it looks like the NFL has started to do, which they haven't done up until this point, is starting to upload the all 22 coaches film, the same files that I'm getting, to YouTube, leaving it unlisted, and then running it through the check so that anything that uses that shared footage, they're snagging all the monetization on. It's a way that they're trying to, it looks like, tell everybody that uses all 22 film to make content that you can keep using it, but we're going to take all the money, no matter how much work you put into it on your own. And so what I've been trying to do, another stick concept. We're seeing a lot of those in this game.
Oof.
One thing that we're trying to do with the members website is have the back end where we can support not going through YouTube to do that kind of stuff. Um and so yeah, it's where this has a more robust back end to support that over Patreon. So if that makes any sense.
Yep. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was explaining to it at halftime.
And Jim just
12:07,
signed up. Jim just
12.
signed up. Way to go,
Nice.
Jim. While I was talking, he must have checked his email. Oh, how did that ball get through there?
Oh my
That's a good
gosh.
play though by who made that tackle? Was that Oliver?
I believe so. Timestamp 11:47, 46, 45. We're giving the timestamps out of where we are so that you guys can pause your stream if you want and be live with us. If not, we get it. Just don't ruin for the chat what's going on. Man, that was
I'm at 11, 27, 26, 25.
okay. And I'm 1 second off, so that's no problem.
Oh, what? Okay, they're celebrating Nakua getting
Yep.
something. Oh,
Yeah.
he set the record most catches by a rookie. He's probably sitting down for the rest of the game now.
Exactly.
They were trying to get him the record. He looks like he's going to go see his mom.
Yeah, very cool for him, honestly.
That's a good moment. That's a
Yep.
good moment.
Can't be mad at that.
As people are sitting there taking pictures, give the people some space. 3rd and 1. Let's go.
As we're up 2 scores.
QB lead. Wow. I was about to say QB power. That was QB lead. Did not see that coming. We're seeing some quarterback runs in these games. In this game, what's up with this?
Puka looks a lot bigger than what I thought.
He's a pretty stout guy.
Yeah.
I gotta bust my popcorn out. This is a Terrell Owens game right now.
Mm.
Okay, Isaiah Oliver just got ran over. He just got ran over.
Yeah, Dr. Steve says Derrick Henry. I saw he tweeted as well. He's definitely done in Tennessee. And I was at the bar watching the early games with some folks, and we were talking about destinations for Derrick Henry. I don't know. Wow, they faked out the camera again. It looks like on that
New
run.
England. LeGarrette Blunt 2.0.
Hey, in that part of his career, it could be, but I would say Derrick Henry wants to go to a contender, and I feel like a team like Detroit or something like that could possibly make sense as well. Give us the shakedown on your popcorn there. Just basic with butter or flavor.
Yeah,
or what?
I think this is the natural, something like that. I don't know.
It's the brown bag
good.
brand.
It's brown bag in the microwave, a small microwave that doesn't do popcorn well, so it only popped about 2/3 of it. Kind of disappointing. I need to up my popcorn game here.
They barely got that first down.
But yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry at this point in his career, if you look at like how the Lions want to use running backs, they're like the 49ers. They look for home run hitters, not sledgehammers. At this point in his career, Derrick Henry is not we're gonna think that almost any play you hand the ball to him, you can get an 80-yard run.
Yeah.
You can get a lot of good yard runs. He's a phenomenal back. I'm not meaning this in any sort of disparaging way. I'm meaning for what these teams look for from the running backs. I don't see him fitting with a team like that. I could see New England with the way they run. I could see who knows with the Raiders. I mean, I think with the style of offense they run, if things are not going to work out long term with Josh Jacobs, or even as a 1-2 punch with Josh Jacobs, get Jalen Graham there with the sack.
Let's go.
Love to see it. Let's go. No, it's Beal. Sorry. Robert Beal. I forgot. Yeah. Rookie out of Georgia. Here we go.
Making a play. Young
This is that
fella.
slide concept again. This is why I was saying, see, there it is. There's exactly what I drew up. You saw it in there in the back end.
Yep. And we're ready.
Beal getting the sack. Good to see that from the kid. I know he's been struggling with even getting on the field this year, some injury things. 3rd and 17. Make him try and miss a field goal.
Yeah, get him
out.
What
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Gosh. This has been the season sometimes. These 3rd and longs. This is the 10th, at least 10th time that we've given up a 3rd and long. At least.
Oh, dude. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So they're just running a Tony concept versus we're into zone. And this is where defensive coordinators get really leery of running zone in these situations. You're running 2 zone. And this is Darrell Luter. This is why he needs to be out here on the field. Okay. Because he came from a system playing a lot of press man at USA and USA. No, I'm just kidding. Where he's playing a lot of press man, and so he's not used to a lot of these zone drops. But that's where they got 17 yards to go. You let them catch the Tony route, then you rally to tackle. You have to redirect and squeeze the lane on that protection release fade. Give the safety time to move over there. Yeah, I mean, I know he's a rookie, but he's got some reps in some games, and he's like our third, fourth guy right now. He has a possibility of being on the field in the playoffs. Can't have that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ambry made a mistake just like that against Arizona. Now it was against a little bit different of a concept. They were running a smash concept, but similar thing. It was a short out route with a corner route. This one's even a little more egregious just because that there was an outside release like that went by you. So you're leaving your safety out to dry. Or quarterback draw? What is this?
Jeez. Wow.
The Shanna hoodie's out. The Shanna hoodie is out. He's not happy. He's fired up.
That's a nice
What
piece
is
he's
this?
wearing. I like that hoodie. It's hoodie season. SZN season. Nope, nothing
Look at
doing.
that. Flanagan
Nothing
Fowles.
doing.
I've talked a lot of smack against Flanagan Fowles this last couple weeks.
Well, he had his mates
And hey,
with
look
him.
at him go.
Yeah, but he also had like 3 guys running with him.
Yeah, but I mean he look at him. He's gonna scrape and he's out there alone, tracking the near hip. I mean, he does
Yeah.
enough.
Yep.
And Hawkins coming in to clean it up. Love it. Good job.
Yeah, Dr. Steve, we're we're with you. We really appreciate you guys making an effort to really hang with us and pause your stream and all that. 3rd and goal.
Was that a touchdown? No.
Yeah, they're gonna go.
No.
Yeah. I bet they're gonna look at it and in real time it looked like it was possible. Cynthia, why don't you want to play the Rams in the
Little
playoffs?
bench concept. I mean, shoot.
No, maybe
He
not.
came
His
down
back,
in bounds. Let's look. Let's look.
the way the back
That's a
comes.
touchdown, man.
Oh,
That's a
yeah, his
touchdown.
elbow. Yep, absolutely. Yep.
This is the Carson Wentz experience. Like one minute you're gonna get he's throwing a ball at a guy's knee. The next minute he's throwing an absolute dime in the end zone. What is this?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad coverage. I mean, it wasn't terrible in my opinion.
Cynthia, if you're ahead, generally no, you're not supposed to mention that stuff. We're a little bit behind on the stream. Plus, there's also a delay in when what we're what we're saying doesn't get to you for 8 seconds till after we say it, between 7 and 8 seconds. So we're actually going to be about 8 seconds ahead of y'all to really sync everything up to where you're hearing things in real time.
Yeah.
This is what John Chapman did during draft night. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's still a 7. I guess we're not the only team whose kicker missed an extra point.
That is wild.
I mean, the Texans last night. This is what I was saying, Adam, when you were like starting to be like, "Oh, the extra point," and I said it early in the game, didn't I? I said, "No,
Yeah.
you can't look. You can't. Not, you have to watch the extra point now. This is what the NFL wanted. This is what they wanted. They wanted teams missing extra points.
That is crazy.
Please, NFL, tell me how that makes a better product. I want to hear that because all it does, like if you're a fan and the opposing team misses the extra point, the best you can get is a ha ha. like at the other team, like you can chuckle at the other team because they missed an extra point. You never feel great about it because you didn't do anything good.
Right.
You're like, okay, we got away with one. But if your team misses an extra point, you're mad. So
Yeah,
I
you're
don't.
absolutely
I want to know from the NFL why they thought that would make the game better. Like, yes,
big
it was an automatic play. We loved it as an automatic play because I
big
hate
papa
when my kisser misses an extra point.
Big Papa though answers you with 2 words: adds interest. It does. So I mean, I get it.
I mean, if they're saying adds interest in the sense that I'm interested in trying to see if I'm gonna have heartburn, sure.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
fans, like, it gave you that moment where you said, "Okay, I can relax for a second." And so, if anything, it actually keeps me from going into the kitchen to look for stress relieving foods.
Yeah.
And so, if anything, knowing that that extra point was automatic, here's my argument. I didn't wanna get up as much. I was more like, "Okay, I could text somebody. I could feel good." Now they're just keeping that
Yeah.
tension on you longer.
So Glass
Not a
City,
fan. Not a fan.
I do think Chase Young has stuck out on a couple plays. He single-handedly had the running back and the quarterback when they ran that read. He didn't make the play, but he chased him down, and then we got like they got like a 1-yard gain. He single-handedly blew up that play. That one definitely stuck out. I don't know how long he's going to be playing.
The thing is, with the defensive end, the hard part with that is it was like when I was trying to watch all of his film when we traded for him. You're gonna watch through 50 snaps in a game, and you maybe have 7 or 8 that are meaningful because they're gonna run away from him, 15 times. They're
Done.
That's why there are pharmaceutical commercials in between. Yep, she knows.
Yeah.
Um, there's only going to be so many pass rush opportunities the guys get, and how many of them do they get without being double teamed? So, I mean, you're looking at maybe 6 or 7 or 8 opportunities in the entire game. If we could at this point say, we're not seeing much, but then come out and he could get 2 sacks in one drive, and he's had a great game. So, yeah, that's what it is.
Here we go. Mason train. When Jordan Mason runs, a lot of times, no matter how many yards he gains, I just feel like he's frustrated that he didn't get more. And I enjoy seeing that. I like that. Jason been sober for over a year now because he used to stress drink during Jimmy games, but he doesn't do that now because Jimmy's almost unemployed. What are we doing?
Kyle Shanahan is about to lose his mustard.
Oh my gosh.
He's about to lose his mustard. That's something. I mean, you're talking week 18. I get these guys haven't played a lot of snaps, but that is procedural.
Wha-
Like they called a timeout, but
Oh,
they
wait.
had to. The guys weren't on top of their shifts and motions, and that's gonna make Kyle Shanahan want to punch himself in the face.
Donald looks confused and water is wet. Oh, I love hanging out with you guys.
We're back to the pharmaceutical commercials. Now it's
Jim,
one for
what's the extra points in the
yeah. What's the
those league?
XFL UFL extra points? For those of us who just so you can explain it to everybody else because they may not know, like we know.
Dawn, do you really not know the score? Is she being
No,
serious?
she's not watching the game. No, so you know, we don't get the games there in Alabama, and um, and so normally that's why I do a VPN through Germany to get international Game Pass, uh, to get the games. That's how I watch them, and I have that set up here with me at the office. So the wifey, she has no idea. She's not watching the game, which I
Okay,
think she's
Dawn.
okay with because this is really, this game means nothing.
Yeah, she knows. It's 20-13, Dawn, with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. We just called timeout, and we're all frustrated. So there you go.
Yeah, I know there's some sites you can watch without a VPN. I do like to do it in somewhat of a legal way. I'm at least paying for it, so I don't feel like I'm stealing, even though the NFL, you know, does some mean things to me and made it
Right.
made life a lot harder.
I wanted to take a
We
potty
get
break.
Chad
And
Ochocinco to kick for us. I
oh,
thought he changed
geez.
his name back to Johnson.
Well, it'll always be Ocho Cinco. It doesn't matter. I just hope he scores so I can take
I'm
a
old
potty break.
when I remember watching him at Oregon State because I grew up in high school watching him play at Oregon State with Hushmanzada.
Huh. I forgot he went there, honestly. You're welcome, Dawn. Thank you for sharing your husband. Okay, second
Cynthia,
and
what
7.
part of look at Mason running hard. I love it. I love watching this
Oh,
kid run the
man.
ball.
Yeah.
What part of Alabama? I'm in Northwest Alabama. That's usually about as specific as I like to get.
Green Bay 14-6. I was surprised to see how many touchdowns Jordan Love has thrown. All right, here we go. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that he had a worse season based upon everything. A little
Right.
mesh concept. I like it. Opened up. They covered it well.
Yep. Nice
I
little
like it.
slide.
Good decision. Good decision, Darnold.
Safe
I like it.
at second base.
Yeah. That was I mean that's a man beater and it looked like they dropped into zone. So, hey, look, when we ran that against Kyler Murray last week, they ran that same play. Or not last week. Yes, last week. No, not last week. Like back in December. Anyways, when we ran we ran zone against Arizona. Oh dang, got to get the ball out, man. Here's a Sam Darnold experience. But Arizona ran that same play, the mesh concept. We ran zone against it just like LA did there, and Kyler Murray threw a pick six. So that's why I like that decision by Sam Darnold. Here's one. You got to get rid of the ball, man. Airmail it out of bounds.
Yep.
Timestamp. I'm at 2 minutes, 1 second, 2 minutes, 1 minute 59.
Yep. And I'm a
1 minute
second
55.
off. But yeah, I'm right there. Good reminder for us with the timestamps. All right. Reminder, hashtag JD49, guys. Remember to share the channel with your friends. If you are new to the chat, we like to go live Mondays and Thursday morning. Monday to talk about the game that just happened Sunday. Thursday, we like to talk about the upcoming game. And then remember, the channel has a ton of breakdown of film showing why the X's zig and the O's zag. This channel is all about the whys and hows. Here we go, 3rd and long.
Oh, missed him on the whole shot. Why'd you
Where's
stop running?
yeah,
That's on
he's
Bell.
wondering. He's
See,
wondering that.
that's what. See, that's exact. You read Kyle Shanahan's lips.
Yeah.
He said, "Why didn't you keep going?"
Let's see here.
Yeah, he's saying, "Why didn't you keep going?"
Oh, he's right away.
Look at him. Look at him. He stopped. And look, that was Kyle Shanahan. He's going. He's mad at him. Bell's having a rough game, man.
Too much sauce says, y'all ever collab with Cone, Kruger, Stats, and Lombardi?
The closest thing I've had to a collaboration with Grant Cohn was back in 2019. I think it was 2019. Maybe it was 2021. I don't know. My brain's a little fuzzy. I hurt my back and I was on a hydrocodone and I started live tweeting in a game, which is not a good idea on a hydrocodone. And I started trolling Grant. So like Jimmy was having a particularly not so great start to the game. And Grant was tweeting things like Jimmy Garoppolo looks mediocre, needs a full week of practice to look mediocre. This is what happens when he doesn't get it. And so I responded back to Grant. I said, you need a week of editing to write a coherent sentence. This is what happens when you don't get it. And like I was writing that kind of stuff to Grant
That's
all
pretty
game
solid
long.
out of you. That's a solid.
and and he replied to one of them and said, I like your YouTube channel. You do a good job. That's the closest I've gotten to a collaboration with Grant. Kruger, no, I hop in his live in his stream sometimes just in the chat. I don't even know if Kruger knows who I am. Stats, no. Similar situation. Lombardi, we've been trying to put something together for a little while. The schedules just haven't aligned yet. David's really, really busy, but we've messaged back and forth about it. And so, and I just feel like with what I do and the way that that I present stuff, that the guy who would probably format wise fit best with me is David. Uh, and how he goes, or Larry. Nothing against Cone or Stats that or anything, whatever. I'm not trying to cause any beef or anything there. I just don't think our formats mix really well with the way that we go about content.
GMC. We are professional grade. They should pay me for saying that.
We are not sponsored by GMC. Just to let you know.
Right.
If anything, this show has been brought to you by White Oak Pastures.
There you
and
go.
I will say,
let's get it going.
Because today, I actually, and I don't mean that like they sponsored us doing a special show like this. What it is I had a roast from White Oak Pastures this afternoon. So, they literally have fueled this stream. And if you don't know who White Oak Pastures is, and there's a tackle for a loss. Let's go.
Hey,
Let's get it rolling.
By Roger Craig.
Logan, right?
No, that's Roger Craig.
This is Ryan. That was Ryan. Anyways, they have some great meat options. They do all grass-fed, grass-finished beef and pasture-raised, forage-fed pork. I actually just made another order from them yesterday. I'm not just an affiliate. I'm a customer. I love their products. I think they make the way they go about raising their animals for food production. That skipped in there. It's great. It's healthier. It's good for the environment, good for the animal, good for you. And so, yeah, I had one of the rump roasts today, cooked it in the slow cooker. I first seared it in my cast iron before I put it in the slow cooker with some leftover beef tallow that I had from my brisket that I had from them that I told everybody about a while back. They do have lamb for when you're asking for when we play the Rams. Apparently Jimmy G is in the Rams game. What in the world are we doing here?
Gosh.
3rd and 11, you give that up? What is going on?
Another 3rd and 11. The middle of the field.
But yeah, they've got some amazing products. I love a lot of their sausages. I just tried their chorizo sausage this week. It's absolutely out of bounds. Phenomenal. Is their heritage pork chorizo sausage was out of bounds. They are currently sold out on their pancetta sausage, which is one of my favorite things from them. So I'm trying some of their Iberico Butafara sausage. We're gonna try that one. Haven't tried it yet. I did some pork kebabs. Those were really good. I love the chuck roast. Love, love, love the chuck roast. They're amazing. I had the hanger steak last time. I ordered another one. So yeah. Um, they're absolutely fantastic. You can go to whiteoakpastures.com/JD49 and you can get $20 off an order of $150 or more. And they just this is some amazing stuff. Great protein options. It's delivered to your door, uh, frozen at the farm, butchered and frozen at the farm, packed in dry ice via 2-day shipping, and my wife is given the creds here because she says she is like, I'm pretty picky about their sausage, and theirs is literally the best. It's true. She's pretty picky. I got their sugar-free breakfast sausage. I got, I think, 2 packs of it this time, that it's literally just sea salt, black pepper, sage, no sugar in it, because they don't have to mask the flavor. It brings that real pork flavor there. And so yeah, and yeah, the tie-ins aren't as funny as Manscaped. It's not. Currently I'm in limbo with Manscaped. I don't know what the future holds with that relationship. I know the economy has been hitting them a little hard. So uh I'm not sure where that's gonna go, but White Oak Pastures is still there, and they've been a great, partner, and I love their products, love, love, love their stuff, so it's good. Yeah, and they're fueling this podcast, literally, literally fueling the podcast.
Love it. Hey, I
Yeah.
got a question. With this game not meaning, not having meaning, are you breaking down? I would assume that you wouldn't break down this film necessarily. Is there a thought of doing something else to make a video regarding that's the end of the regular season, or what are your thoughts there?
So I'm gonna break this down very much like I would a preseason game, which is gonna be about players, to watch, risers and fallers. So
Mm,
I did the preseason stuff. I may do something touching on Sam Darnold and how we feel about that. But I
yeah.
want to look at guys like I see out here, Jalen Graham. He's on the field. I want to see, or Oren Burks. I want to see what we see from them. Why are
Oh,
we giving up these plays? And I also want to know, why are we not getting like D Winters some playing time here? That's stuff I'm curious about. Why? Because he's a guy I think needs some reps. I don't. To me, Demetrius Flanagan Fowles does not need more reps in this game. So why is he out there? That's one thing I'm worried about. But I want to see, how does
Kinlaw,
Sebastian Day do?
Kinlaw's in right now.
I want to see how Darrell Luter does. I want to look at the tape on that. Hey, look, there he is, Chase Young, making a play.
Yep, sticking out. And he made a play in that little flick pass that just happened. Oh geez, Dallas. Okay, who cares? They're
Dallas
definitely
has
the
got the NFC East. I mean, it's yeah,
yeah,
that's locked up.
and they're the
Eagles are
2
gonna have
seed.
to go on the road, and they're gonna get bounced by Tampa Bay. I'm telling you. I said this like what, 2 weeks ago? I said that Philadelphia was gonna go into Tampa Bay and get bounced. It's happening. Book it.
Giants 24-0. The Eagles can't even score a point. Love it. Another, oh my gosh. A tale of 2 running backs. I mean, quarterbacks with Darnold and
I do
Wentz.
I do think this is catching both defensive coordinators off guard. Is
Yeah,
that
a little
that
bit.
they're like, I mean, if you're playing either of these teams, neither of these teams have shown quarterback runs all season. Suddenly they got their backup quarterbacks in, and they're like, "Hey, YOLO."
Stafford loving it. A Shanny
You
expression
kidding me?
breakdown.
Quarterback lead again? What
Wait,
is
but
happening here?
they didn't get it. I mean, they'll go
I
for it
know they
here.
didn't get it, but I'm
Yep.
just like, are we watching the Eagles and Ravens here? What is going on?
I'm glad they
Neither
didn't
of
get
these
it.
teams have shown quarterback runs all season, and suddenly they're just coming at it everywhere. I mean, I know this is messing with the defense. Like, I know
Yeah.
it is. All right, this is where
It's
I want
not.
to see Kinlaw just blow his man backwards off the ball. This is where you need to see him stay low. I'm going to watch him. He's right next to Chase Young.
Okay.
Oh, the Rams didn't. Oh, that's embarrassing. I mean, it's not quite as embarrassing as our guys not knowing their shifts and motions, but we're gonna forget about that. We're gonna make fun of the Rams right now about how they couldn't get that playoff in time. So, and look, it's a commercial.
Mhm. This could be a big
I agree
stop.
with Eric. He said Rams spamming QB lead like it's a Madden game. It's true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. What was it? The Madden Championship like 3-4 years ago. There was somebody who won the Madden Championship worldwide while
Doing
starting
that?
a punter at quarterback.
What?
Yeah, so there were like the Madden was so broken a couple years ago, especially with some runs, that you could literally run the ball every single play and it couldn't be stopped. And so there was a guy who went to the Madden Championship because it's a draft style, so there's only so many points that you can spend on players. And a
Yeah.
guy spent like almost nothing on quarterback because he picked a punter to play as his quarterback and got all really good linemen and a couple and a running back and won the national Madden championship, like huge payday, just running the ball every single play, and it just highlighted how and the dude like literally admitted he didn't know anything about football. Like he didn't throw the ball because he didn't know how to do it. Like he literally did not know what the plays meant, but he got into it because he could just run the ball and point a guy where to go and won the Madden championship. And it just really revealed to everybody how broken Madden was that year.
Yeah. That's
Or I
wild.
mean, ever. All right. Who would you rather see hosting a game show? Rob Lowe or Jimmy G?
Hmm. I I guess just because he's a professional, I would say Rob Lowe. But Jimmy G I could see being funny, like how he was with Aaron Andrews for those couple weeks in a row. That was kind of fun.
All right, here we go.
All
Fourth
right.
down.
Come on, let's make a play, boys.
Quarterback, Kinlaw. Told you I was
Wow.
looking for it. Didn't happen.
Yep.
That's my concern with Kinlaw. And it's why I don't think we're going to re-sign him. Because he's too inconsistent at the point of attack. He was supposed to be a DeForest Buckner, which could do everything there. Similar build to DeForest Buckner. He's too inconsistent at the point of attack. And at this point, it's not playing inexperience. Yeah. I mean, you see a play here where when that lineman isn't firing out, he gets underneath the guy's pads and he drove that guard back. But so many plays, he's not allowed to do that. He has to stay low. And when he has to stay low, it's just he doesn't do it consistently. How are we feeling, Adam? 11 minutes to go, up 7. The numbers say that the 49ers should win this game like 95% of the time.
Yeah.
Like a little disguise there. They're showing some single high and drop to safety late into 2 high.
Oliver.
Good tackle by Oliver. Open space. He did a good job there of not getting a horse collar.
Right. As he's getting, that's a
That was
great
close.
play.
That was close because
All things
he did
considered.
grab the back of his jersey. That was
As
close.
you see Ben Skronik there, he went to a high school that is about 18 minutes from my house in Fort Wayne, Indiana. So shout out to him for making the NFL.
Okay, they're running. Oh, they were showing press man. They ran into, dropped into zone, forced the incomplete pass.
And there was a Chase Young sighting on that play as well. That forced the issue. Right there. He had to step up and he did not want to.
Going for it on fourth down.
Gosh.
Showing pressure. They've been backing out. Oh, fire zone.
Oh, man.
What the heck?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What the heck?
Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Look, McVay's like, no, that's how we drew it up. No, just keep going, guys. What?
Taylor Hawkins, you had him, man. You had him dead to right.
And
Kinlaw.
then right here.
Oh, Wilkes is peeved. Oh, he's mad. Wilkes was so mad.
Get off the field. That is
That's the stuff that'll drive a coach nuts because he was down. He was down before he threw that.
Oh, there's that.
Throw the there's the red. There's the challenge flag. There it is.
Yeah, it's right. Why did it take the refs so long to get? They were almost snapped the freaking ball. Yeah, that should be a sack.
Hey, Cynthia just signed up for the members website. It may have been a few minutes ago because I just checked my phone. Yeah, it was like 20 minutes ago. But I wanted to say thank you, Cynthia.
Okay. Down. Yeah, but the butt talks.
He's down.
The butt speaks.
Yep.
The butt speaks volumes.
That would have been a first down, but
Man.
Just saying.
Whew.
That is popcorn worthy.
Yeah. Man, I'll be honest, I can't believe that we've stayed steady around 50 people live this whole time. And I get that the game doesn't hold the same value, but we appreciate you guys hanging with us. Johnny, we never even discussed, we talked about like maybe only doing a half or whatever. Whoops, I guess we're doing the whole game. We never even really discussed it. We're like, yeah, maybe a half, maybe we'll just kind of see. And then like, well, I guess we're hanging out because you guys are hanging out. We're not gonna not hang out.
I'm digging it. I'm liking it. My wife usually gets kind of what happens is, so like I've been doing on some of these plays, I'll sit there and be like, that's a stick concept, or oh, it's gonna be zone here. She just kind of gives me this look. And
Yeah.
like, okay.
What is happening?
So and so we get to
Jim
to do this here. So
Jim also celebrating when there's a new subscriber. Way to go, Cynthia. One of us. Oh, Don just cleaned your whole kitchen. What a wifey.
Look, my wife is amazing. I just want to brag on my wife for a second. I know it's a commercial, so we're gonna take a minute to give a shout out to the true supporter of the Johnny Dell's Football Academy podcast, YouTube site, and that's my wifey. Well, I got 3 kids between 19 months and 7 years old. And the fact of that when I'm doing all this extra stuff for the channel, there's a lot of slack at the house that the wifey ends up picking up. And and the call is reversed. There it
Let's
is.
go.
Let's go. But the wifey, she picks up so much of the slack, and she it does is such a great mom and a great wife and everything. Love the wifey and everything she does and how she really makes it so um I'm able to do all these things and be with people. And so big thank you and shout out to the wifey. We've been married now for 12 years. It's been amazing, been a great 12 years. Or we're coming up on our 12th year in July. So we're coming up on our 12th year anniversary in July. Um, and she takes care of everything. It's like she says, I'm here and she's at home. She's just cleaning the kitchen. And after I made a mess of it, I made the roast, I did all that stuff. I made a mess of the kitchen and then was like, all right, I gotta go to a stream. Let's go get 5 yards.
Yep. Let's run this clock out and get a touchdown.
Yeah. Hey, prior sighting. We have a prior sighting in the game. There it is. Going after Roseboom again. Love it.
Yep. Yeah, we should have challenged before too. That Philly game.
Love it right now. We only have two ostensible starters in the game, Banks and Burford. We got a backup center in there, backup tackles, backup receivers. I love it. And like my wife said, maybe next year to celebrate our anniversary, we can make it to a game. That would be great. We did that for our 1 year anniversary. And that was the last time I was at a 49ers game. So it's been 11 years ago last October. It's just time I get out to a 49ers game. It's just time. On motion, showing possible pressure with man. Yep, there it is. Oh, Darnold, no.
Ugh. Well, he gained 8 inches, I think. Yeah,
I
I'd be
didn't even
down.
go for it.
Might as well. I'd be down to
Yeah,
meet
I
up
didn't.
for.
Yeah, Big Papa, I didn't go to the Seattle game. We were
Oh,
there
right.
for Thanksgiving with the family, and that would have been a hard sell. I know we hadn't been back to Washington in 10 years, and I know the kids should spend Thanksgiving at grandma's house, but there's a 49ers game. That was a hard sell.
My favorite
What
Aussie.
is happening? What is happening? You can't give up that return. I mean, I know this game doesn't mean anything, but I would really like to see us sweep the division 2 years in a row.
No kidding. We talked about that.
And I really would like to see the 49ers be 12-1 against the Rams
No
over the
kidding.
last 6 years.
Potty break. I'll be back.
All right, he's got to run to the restroom. Quick, everybody. If you're going to give Adam a hard time, now's the time. No, I'm just kidding. No, okay. So let us know in the chat how important is it to you right now? Is it really making you have like the Rudies, the root for your teamies, to see us sweep the Rams in the division again in the regular season and sweep the division 2 years in a row? I think it's I can't remember exactly when the last time a team was able to sweep their division twice. It's not common. So, I mean, yeah, this game literally does not mean anything, but I like the bragging rights. I like the bragging rights of, guess what? Our backups, even when people said that we're supposed to not have as much depth as we were supposed to have in previous years, I want to still be able to have the bragging rights that our depth was still better than LA's depth, even when we're at a place where our depth wasn't supposedly as good as it should have been. So, like at this point, I don't want to see anybody who's a starter get hurt or anybody else other than, obviously Farrell has got an injury there. Hopefully it's not real severe. I'm hoping it's not real severe. But and we never like to lose. You never want to have a loss that on your record. I mean, that's no fun. But it also doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm at the point I want to see us win this game. And I don't like to see the troubling things of, okay, now we have to worry if this guy's on the field because he gave up this play at this point. Like right now, I'm a little worried if Jalen Moore is going to be out on the field. I'm a little worried if Pryor's going to be out on the field. Not seeing some great run blocking there. I want to see a little bit more there. I'm not loving some of the stuff I'm seeing from Sam Darnold. I like some of it, but I was pointing out the coverage there. You're going to get man coverage. You throw that ball with anticipation to a landmark for your man beating routes, and you expect your guy to win. That's what Brock Purdy does. That's what we see. It's what makes him so successful. A little late rotation into look like cover 9. Going with the corner post. Oh, he has equal right to that ball. He has equal right to the ball. That is. Come on. He has equal right to that ball. I'm going to hide Adam for a second while he's gone. So he did grab there. He panicked a little bit. But that was that corner post that I was talking about at halftime. There it is. McVay pulling out some shot plays, man. He wants to win this one. And he did grab a little bit. That's just all right. They're showing cover 3 here, pre-snap, backing out into a Tampa. What is this? So that's somebody on one of the 2 defensive tackles is not understanding his assignment. We run what's called a plugger roll. So there should be the defensive tackle who's on the side where the center slides to him is supposed to occupy that center, hold down the middle to not give that sort of a running lane, and then almost spy the quarterback. And that's a situation where now you have both defensive tackles are trying to rush the passer and nobody is in the plugger roll. That's you can't have that. All right. So there, Sebastian Day was in that role, and he played that well. Sebastian Joseph Day played in that role, and that's what it should have looked like. This is the most rushing attempts by a Rams quarterback since 1950. What in the world? I mean, at least in that amount of time, the United States military stuffed him. In that amount of time, the United States military designed, built, and used the SR-71 and retired it in that amount, and retired like 30 years ago in that amount of time. That's a long time, y'all. Great job by Gregory. Or no, that's Ryan. Stuff in the kick out blocker in the hole, going and making the tackle. Fourth and 2. Man coverage again. I don't like it. Dadgummit there. That's why I don't like it. What I want to see Steve Wilkes have more often is checks out of man coverage into these stack and bunch formations. That's what I want to see. I want to see because so often Wilkes, you can be upset, man, but that's on you. You have man coverage. They motion your guy to put him in a trail position into a stack formation and then run a quick out. Like you are that is a losing proposition for your. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was Carson Wentz's 14th rushing attempt, by the way, Adam. And just in case you didn't know, that's the most rushing attempts by a Rams quarterback since 1950.
Who's that? Crazy Legs?
No idea. I don't know. My dad wasn't even alive then.
Mine either. Gosh, that is.
This would not be anything like a tie game if not for Jake stinking Moody. But he did not maintain full possession all the way through that. It looked like he lost possession. Am I wrong on that?
See the replay. Gosh.
Yeah, gummit.
Oh, they're.
Apparently, Sean McVay doesn't want a meaningless game to go to overtime either.
I can appreciate that, I suppose. Steve Wilkes Masterclass today, 9 p.m. Jim. Yeah, calm down, buddy.
This is ridiculous. I'm getting fired up, Adam. Getting fired up.
You rage eating? We got a rage eater. Yeah, this is annoying.
I'm about to pour myself a little more beverage. Today is brought to you by PepsiCo.
Are we regular bat channel, 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow? 1 second, yes. But this would be a good time to remind the good people of the faithful.
Adam, these are personal conversations that I thought we were supposed to have in private.
Well, I'm just
kidding. I'm just kidding. Most likely. We'll talk afterwards. We'll see. I got to get home and chat with the wifey. But
yeah,
I mean, here's the thing.
Unless Dawn's in the chat and
right
she
now.
gives me permission right now.
Well, you can't call her out in the chat, man. I mean, because if she said no in the chat, like,
oh, I know.
she's a villain. But here's the question: how confident are you with what we've seen so far with Sam Darnold leading a touchdown drive here? Because I am not confident in Jake Moody at all kicking a game-winning field goal right now.
I know.
But at the
unless we
same
get to the 15.
But at the same point, I feel like we need Jake Moody to kick a game-winning field goal here just so we can have some sort of confidence that he could do it in the playoffs if we needed him to.
Yeah, it would be cool. I just want it to be like a 20-yarder. So we get
And
down
I
to
don't want to
3-yard
hear
line.
nothing about Sean McVay, it being so impressive to lead his team to the playoffs for the 5th time. I don't want to hear it. Look, Sean McVay took over a team that was really talented. So, and the self-destruction of his team last year was partially of his own creation. And Kyle Shanahan has now had his 3rd starting quarterback in a year. And it really is 4 starting quarterback in a year, if you consider this with Sam Darnold. And he's maybe got the best team in the NFL, so I don't want to see them talking about Sean McVay, not in the 49ers house. What is this?
Yeah. Bush League.
This is 4-minute offense time. You run the ball. Let's see these offensive linemen. I want to see Spencer Burford and Aaron Banks dominate this line of scrimmage. You are starting guards in the NFL. You better blow your, and of course we throw it. Coming with Haas. Oh,
Oh my. Oh my. Oh gosh.
what is happening here? You got like I just felt like when that ball left his hands, that's not coming down. Oh my gosh. Catch it the first time.
No, it was like on his hip. Why did he?
He turned to run before he secured the catch.
Oh, and then it did get popped out, but oh gosh. Wait, what did they? I didn't even realize there was a. Oh,
They
there's
were
no
having a
flag.
little conference to make sure that it wasn't caught and then fumbled, that it was just dropped.
Gosh. Remember, if you are ahead of us, just wait till we comment on the play if you want to comment. Some have paused their stream, so we are the timestamp. Well, the clock is stopped 4:45, but come on.
What are they doing? That was an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it's like annoying.
This feels like 49ers games of the last couple years.
Right. Oof. What? That's so dumb. What are we doing? Come on.
Well, fantastic.
Yeah.
Just
A lot
remember,
of
a guy like
time.
Pope is a starter for them.
Yeah. A lot of time left.
And I want to see Jalen Graham and D Winters in there. I mean, you got nothing to lose. Like, let's see them get on the field, get some reps.
NFL.com/heartburn.
Did those dudes just share a drink? Sure look like it.
Ooh, I
And
want
not
that
like
jacket, the gold one.
I used to have one of those. Used to have one.
I remember you
Lost it
mentioned it.
years ago.
You
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was LA. It's not LV. I think, Jim. Okay,
There's
okay.
Beal showing up again.
I can handle that.
Beal showing up, making some plays. That's what you want to see. You want to see the young guy, late round draft pick, making something.
Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Representing Fort Wayne, Indiana, Ben Skronik. Yes, you can
After
blame
watching this
dyslexia.
game, who would you rather have as your backup? With Sam Darnold or Carson Wentz?
Man, I mean, recent success as a whole, Carson Wentz, I guess. But arm
Because
talent and
looking at
stuff.
his ability to bring something to the run game, I think Carson Wentz allows Kyle Shanahan to do some
Come
things.
on. Oh,
Ah. I think Carson Wentz would allow Kyle Shanahan to do some of the things that that Kyle wanted to do with Trey Lance.
yeah.
Nick Mullins. No, we've been down that road. I just wonder because I believe both Carson Wentz and Sam Darnold are going to be free agents this offseason. I mean, with what you've seen in this game, would you like the 49ers to maybe pursue Carson Wentz as a backup?
Hmm. Uh, man, I don't know. I wouldn't say no per se.
Let's
Get
go.
him.
Let's go.
Would have liked to have him run out of bounds, but
2
that's
minute
fine.
warning. I'm
That's
at the
fine.
2 minute warning. This has been quite the adventure there, Mr. Adam Marino.
Yeah, we will definitely say that.
Miles says go get Tannehill as your backup. I don't know if Tannehill's going to be a backup next year. I don't know.
What,
That'll be interesting. That'll be a
what do you
situation to
mean?
watch.
Why will he not be a backup? Why would he not?
Does somebody go out there and maybe say, you know, we're going to give this guy a starting chance?
No. I will
New
bet
England?
you
I mean,
no.
so who's going to be the starter in New England next year? Is it going to be Carson Wentz? Is it going to be
I
Sam Darnold? Is it going to be
I will tell you
rookie?
this.
Is it going
It's
to
not
be? I
Ryan
mean,
Tannehill. I
I'm just
no.
saying, stranger
No.
things have happened.
No. No way.
Who's to say that he doesn't start in Pittsburgh? I mean, look, when Tannehill had success with the Titans, the Titans were basically the Steelers 2.0. So if you're Mike Tomlin, do you legitimately look at Ryan Tannehill as potential for a starter?
I don't see it.
Adam's like, I hate the fact that you're making me even think about this.
Yeah,
Think
like
about Ryan Tannehill starting another game in the NFL, period. He's like, just stop with this nonsense. Ryan Tannehill is not a starter in the NFL, period.
yeah.
I'm just wondering because I look at a team like the Steelers that um has a way better defense than anybody would really imagine because they have been mediocre at best on offense and they have a great running game. I mean, the fact that they've been able to make it into the playoffs like they have with what they've had as far as performance from the quarterback position is something. And so I just look at it, obviously they're not going to have a high draft pick. They're in the playoffs, so they're not going to be able to, you know, go out and get a rookie in theory as far as a high first round pick that you can be sure of. They're going to need to bring somebody in during free agency. You know, is that what are their options going to be? It's going to be Carson Wentz. It's going to be Sam Darnold, uh, Jimmy G, Ryan Tannehill.
I like what Jim says as I live in Colts country. Minshew.
Yeah, there's something about Minshew. I can't be sold on it. More quarterback runs.
Gosh. Ugh. 3rd and long.
It's the quarterback runs. Like it's just this team does not it just not look ready to do anything. So here's what I'm going to ask. I know there's been a couple of spoilers that have been put in there because this game is getting so close down to the wire. If you see the end of the game, please, please, please do not spoil it in the chat. I'm probably going to be avoiding the chat
I know,
there.
right?
And don't spoil it for some people that are in the chat. Please, please. I'm asking you as a personal favor to myself and Adam. We want to be able to experience the raw emotion of the game.
Give your timestamp, Johnny, when they snap it.
It's 12 seconds on the game clock, and now there's some stoppage.
Now there's
and
a
the
man
guy
with
looks
a
really
beard
confused.
with a headset, yeah. Second
And
time
there's
out.
Brett Maher.
Oh, the guy who missed like 10 for the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, going into the playoffs, he got the yips at the wrong time.
Man, speaking of yips at the wrong time, ouch. Uncle Rico can throw a football over them mountains. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, 1 minute and 55 seconds. Dawn.
Score is 21-20.
Yeah,
Rams.
Bad guys. Lambs.
20 seconds on the game clock. Or play clock.
18, 17.
15, 14, 13.
I'm somehow
Option
right
run.
there with you.
Another.
Get
Look
him.
at Chase Young getting in there. There it is.
Get mad. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and Sam Darnold just won MVP, Don. I love it. Boom.
Look at him. DFF. Look, I want to take credit because I talked a bunch of crap against him the last couple of weeks. And he stepped up, made some big tackles. Come on. Let's go.
Man, here we go. A minute.
Hey, found a crease.
Okay. Get off him.
Hey.
Get off him.
Hey. That
bum.
should have been a penalty somewhere in there. All right. No timeouts. 55 seconds left.
Weird.
Let's go, Sam Darnold. Come on. Again, no spoilers in the chats, please.
So the Packers, that is crazy.
Packers are in it, man. That's crazy.
Oh. Yeah, the Hawks are eliminated. What a throw. I mean, we do have our backup receivers, the backups to the backups. Man, that's tough. All right, so
there's the infection, man.
Wait, what happened? There's a stoppage. The play clock stopped. What would there be what? What's a booth review?
Are they trying to see if he caught it?
No, dude.
What's a booth review here for?
He didn't freaking catch it. There's nothing. 1001, 1000. No,
yeah,
dude.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't have 2 steps and a move.
It's not a catch.
I mean,
yeah,
no, he's in the process of bringing it in.
It's
like,
under
I
2
appreciate
minutes.
them trying to help
Yes,
us, but
exactly.
I mean, come on.
Don't waste this. Like, we know it's not. Even he knows it. Look at the look on his face.
Everybody
Never really
knows
had
it.
possession at all, Sanchez. Oh, it would be Stafford at the Lions for a wild card, right? Is Miles right on that? That would be kind of crazy.
I
Stafford
think
back in
so.
Detroit
Yeah.
as Detroit hosts.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if they'll boo or what.
Here's obviously
Oh, we
Dean
don't
Blandino saying,
need.
"Well, I
We
mean,
don't.
he's not really able to establish anything.
I really don't know
This,
why I'm on
I don't
camera
see
because it's obvious.
anything to
It's
make this a
kind of
catch. I just can't see it as a catch, and it should just be. We should be
it's
seeing
not
football
even.
being played right
Not
now."
even. Yeah, it's not even close. No, he never. Oh my gosh.
Call
Mm.
stands. Thanks, Chief. We already knew. Thanks for trying to give us a little bit of hope and then sucking it away.
Or Flacco
Come
going to the
on.
Ravens. Yep, that's a good call,
Yeah.
Jason.
I
Man,
I
it's been
think I think
intriguing.
the Browns are gonna beat the Ravens. I really do.
Right, right. You've been saying that. Oh, Moody. You got us so Moody. All right. 15, 14, 13. Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
you catch that, but you drop the other one?
Let's go. Get
Come
up. Get
on.
up. Get up. Get up.
You
Get
had
up.
a chance to stop the clock with the last one.
Clock it. Oh, he tried to. That's the same guy that tried to do that before, isn't it? Tried to catch the,
Yeah.
the spike. Man. Yeah, everyone trying to steal the spikes. That's hilarious. If it happens, oh man. Talk about Sports Center not top 10 where they play the clown music. Come on. Throw the. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. I mean, good season. Good. I mean, we really can't be all that mad, honestly. I mean, we will take 12 and 5. That is a fumble Rooski by one Sam Darnold, as it was a Jimmy G type of play, although he didn't run out of the end zone. All right, so again, the meaningless game. I said we could lose 50-0, guys, and it's fine. It's not going to change any storyline. Not one casual fan of the NFL who sees this score later, not one will say, "Oh, well, look at." I mean, not one. It doesn't change the narrative. It's yeah, we would want to sweep for, you know, 2 years in a row. We want all that, but I want a Super Bowl and I want it now.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear there's not gonna be any quarterback controversy after this week.
Yep, and so I'm good with that too.
And,
Absolutely.
Kealoha, I don't think the Rams are making it through the next week. I just don't. I just don't look at this Rams team and say, "Okay, they're dangerous in this playoffs." I don't see it. I mean, I think offensively, they're gonna be one of the harder ones to stop because they've been playing at such a high level, but they just we saw it on the opening drive, even with Sam Darnold there. The 49ers went right down the field and scored on their opening drive. I mean, that's what we have seen from this team all season long. And the Rams do not have the defensive juice, even with their starter. I mean, the only starter on defense was that number 99. He's okay, I guess. That they have a defensive tackle, but he was the only defensive starter that was resting, and we went right down the field and scored with everybody in there. And this is that's not that we have seen is not 49ers football. So, and again, Jake Moody just
cost us 2 games. As Charles points out, 2 games.
Yeah. What we really need is Eric Armstead to be healthy for the playoffs. We really, really need that. It's still they're struggling with their run defense up the middle. We need to get tougher up the middle against a run. But again, that performance and I will give the defense this. Had to hit the cough button, but is that obviously they were not expecting quarterback runs. Like we said, they had not shown these kind of quarterback runs. They ran more with Carson Wentz than the team of the Rams have ran with quarterbacks in 73, 74 years.
Crazy.
So, there's no way to game plan. No, that's coming down the pipeline. There's nothing on film to see from it. And suddenly, they come in and Carson Wentz runs 14, 15 times. I just don't know. As far as when is Armstead expected, the 49ers have not given any sort of information on that. They've done nothing. I mean, maybe like I said earlier, I got a message from Title League. They're the ones that run Eric Armstead's podcast. He's going to be doing a live stream with Javon Hargrave this evening at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So here in about 40 minutes or 35 minutes. So, tune in there. They may answer that, and we'll see. I don't know what they've been really tight-lipped on it, and I don't know if they actually do know. So we'll see if he's able to come back for the playoffs. I hope he will. We need him to be back. It reminds you of the injury time he missed last season, where he missed like 6 or 7 weeks, and I think he's going to be gone out 6 weeks or so by the time our playoff game comes around. The biggest question comes into what kind of shape is he in? Is not playing football for a month and a half. So he's going to have to be on a pitch count. So no matter what, even if he does come back, we need Kevin Givens, we need Sebastian Joseph Day to really step up, because I do not have a lot of confidence in Javon Kinlaw being the number one guy there if Armstead's not able to go. So, yeah. Well, that was interesting, Adam.
Yes, I will say that there's always that level of disappointment a little bit. It would be really cool to update my Facebook and say how many teams have swept their division in any sport. I mean, hockey, whatever you want, for 2 years straight. It just
It's a
doesn't.
little bit harder in baseball.
I mean, that is very fair. But the point is still the point. And it's like, ugh. So frustrating for sure. However, I'd rather not put Debo back in and he sprains a hip and he's out 4 weeks. I mean, we definitely could have win that. But
Glass City, don't be so cup half empty. I know you wanted to win. You didn't want to see something negative. It's okay. It is okay. I remember I'm trying to remember which team it was. I remember it was one of the playoff teams, saddled a bunch of their guys week 16. They lost, didn't look very good, and then came out and blew the brakes off the team the next week. So in the division round. So, I don't it wasn't what we like to see. At the same point, you hardly saw any Brandon Ayuk or Debo Samuel. When they were on the field, they were moving the ball like crazy. You didn't see Christian McCaffrey once in this game. You saw Trent Williams for like one drive. You didn't see a whole lot of the entire starting defense. You didn't see any Tayshaun Gibson. He wasn't out there. You saw no George Kittle. I mean, these are massive pieces, and it wasn't like the Rams were just sitting everybody. Now, we didn't see Matthew Stafford, but at the same point, we saw Carson Wentz running a whole bunch of times and getting runs. So I mean, am I concerned if we were to face the Rams? Not really. No. I mean, would I be nervous in a game? Obviously. Uh, I think until about halfway through the third quarter, then I realized that the 49ers are ahead by 2 touchdowns. It is what it is, but, it's there. Glass City says I'm signing off because I'm raging and frustrated. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. It'll be all right. You but have a good night. Are you seriously worried about Dallas or Detroit? No, not really.
Not
Yeah,
really.
I've said a number of times in this over the last few weeks, nobody out of the NFC worries me. They really don't. Like from the just take my fan cap off for a minute and think about the teams and how they're built and the rosters. Nobody in the NFC scares me. The only team that scares me out of the NFC is us in that do we just not show up and execute? That's the only way we lose. So I don't I don't I just don't know. I don't think they're. Oh, and Miles says that was to Glass City that he was asking a question, yeah, to somebody in the chat. But this is fun, Adam. It was a good experience. Everybody got to
Very
see
fun.
this is what goes through my mind when I'm watching the game. I see some things, some other things I'm not 100% sure about, but you can kind of see, what I see during the games.
Yep, that was really fun. We didn't know how it was gonna go. So remember that to get your notifications turned on, the notification bell, so that you know when we go live during the regular podcast times, which are typically 7 a.m., 10 a.m. Eastern on Mondays and Thursdays. And then you can get notified when Johnny has his videos coming out regarding the X's and O's and why they zig and zag. So thank you for joining us. We will see you tomorrow. We will have the up to the second playoff picture for the whole league, go over things regarding the season as a whole, and dive into a little bit more storylines of today's game. And we will see you tomorrow. So, Faithful, thank you for joining us. Stay healthy. And as always, go Niners.